Rocker, and Craig Ellis has the job on Anthony.
And it looks like young Nathan Brown is going to get Nathan Buckley.
Collingwood to the left of screen, Doggies to the right here. Mighty roar at Colonial. Official sellout match. West with the first kick of the game to centre half forward, bit of a wrestle. Burns was very good against Collingwood. And the Maggies are away. Kinnear running hard and kicks way wide to half forward. Tarrant, who was excellent last week, ridden into the ground and he'll get a free kick.
Well, we could pick there, Bruce, in the warm-up time there. We thought that they'd be very aggressive. Daniel Southern, very solid there. And the kick finds a leading Anthony Rocker searching up. Didn't carry much distance in that kick, but he made it pretty well.
Paul Williams in some trouble behind. Goes to the pocket to Watson. Johnson getting involved. Ramiro gets back. Dimatina in the back pocket. Finds some space. Neat kick, actually, to Hunter in the back pocket.
Gee, you had to have a little bit of a worry there with Dimatina. Having that little...
That is a brilliant mark. He completely lost his footing, Nathan Brown, and if he had have spilled that, the Pies would have had a pretty easy shot for goal.
He's going to be forced to kick down the line here.
Wind the target. Fraser, the back. So the kid against the Brownlow medalist. In short. Lucuria, short again. They chipped very effectively against Sydney at the SCG last week. Richardson goes to centre half forward. Watson held his ground pretty well that time. Crediot caught. Williams has got him and got him for good.
Good tackle that. He pinned one arm. The other ball was cradled in the left arm and he knew he had him. All he had to do was be very careful that he just didn't roll into his back. He stayed correct on it. We'll watch it here. Pins the right arm. And he can do nothing but let the ball go, as the rules suggest, holding the ball.
Let's hope that that's an indication of the way they will attack that rule tonight. A perfect tackle, and Steve Crediot really didn't make an enormous effort to get rid of that ball.
Looks like he's got blood on the lip, doesn't he? They wanted him to come off, and he showed a lot of guts to stay out there. Goes short to Watson.
Well, that's amazing. That's Crediot's actual opponent there. And Crediot was 20 metres closer to goal.
Yeah, that was poor marking. They zoned off to try and fill all the holes, the Bulldog defence. And it was actually 4-on-1. There was only one Collingwood player standing in the middle of a ring of them, and Williams actually chipped it to him.
He was good against the Swans when he came on last week, Watson.
Normally kicks them pretty well, Shane Watson's got a very straight and accurate kicking style. That one astray. We watch the Bulldogs. They're actually not zoning. They're making a line down the spine of the ground and they're breaking out from that.
Man to man, Dermot.
That's what's ahead of him.
Curley gets it a long way out. Well, he's within range, isn't he?
He could put it over the fence here. Oh, that's a shocker.
Darcy cuts it off. Didn't take the mark in his 100th match tonight, so well done to him. Well done to Tarrant there.
Oh.
High tackle on Richardson.
Well, that's what you've got to do. If you accidentally get them high and you know it's going to be a free kick, get them high so they remember it.
You spoke about aggression early, Dermot, and also targeting players, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. They don't want to lose sight of the fact that silly free kicks can cost goals early.
Absolutely.
Orchard kicked a free goal on the boundary last week. Again short to Buckley.
Now that's purely and simply, Bruce, giving it to a player who we know can kick the distance. There was no gaining of ground. Basically, he squared the ball up a bare 10 metres, and Buckley could kick from just inside the square, probably a kick of 60 metres, but he can do that with a drop punt.
Well, we saw the most remarkable kick last week at the end of the game, didn't we? Which was longer than this from Bizzle. Buckley, torpedo, didn't get onto it. Rocker had a fair crack at it. West in the pocket, run over the line by Freeborn.
Yeah, that surprises me, Dermot, going for a torpedo from there. I wonder if there's the feeling there might be a slight breeze into his face there, because I would have backed him to make the distance with a drop punt.
He was eager to dish it off, though. You saw his eyes moving left and right.
Fraser front spot. Freeborn, good kick, terrific kick. He's kicked the goal.
Well, we know what Glenn Freeborn is capable of. He's done it in the pressure of a grand final before, and certainly there's plenty of heat early on in this match. That is just an opportunist goal. Great goal sense. I tell you, a very encouraging sign for the Pies is Josh Fraser is certainly holding his own in the ruck a couple of times, one-on-one against Scotty Wine, and Glenn Freeborn reaps the benefits of that contest and kicks a great goal.
Magpies will hope it's an ominous sign. Freeborn kicked the first goal of the match last week against Sydney, and he's done it tonight. It's a good start for Collingwood. Lucuria wasn't all that good there, but they've got away okay. Aubry's kick's very good. They play the spine, and he's found Freeborn. Only premiership player out there tonight, having played with the Kangaroos in '96. Neat kick to Rocker. Got him. Play on call. Libber. Back to Hunter or Johnson. Well, the Doggies with a chance to set up. They haven't had many chances to do it in the early stages. Brown runs away. Ooh. Poor kick. Bathira's got caught in between. Collingwood tried to give it off. Darcy was strong, but it was a terrific tackle to hold him up at the back. Kinnear was the man in question. Collingwood Aubry. Under pressure. Handball okay. Burns won't panic. Little kick's good. This is what they were so good against Sydney in the heat last week. Orchard's hands were excellent. Awkward looking bounce. Goes for the pocket. Down the ground, is it? No. Play on call. Tarrant should have taken it. Libber picks it up off his boots. Sits and waits and then gives a little one over to Brown at sort of half back.
Scotty Wine in trouble at the back. A fantastic bump by Rocker.
Thanks, Dipper. Ramiro runs across half back. Pushes out wide to Cox. Got him.
This is where Bartlett's been effective from last week. He's going to go inside there. Poor cough up there. Yeah, from that position last week, the ball went long and direct inside 50, and Bartlett got on the long lead. He's starting from the goal square. We've got Scotty Wind on the screen here. Let's have a look what happens to him. Anthony Rocker never saw him coming.
Good solid contact. Oh, that's been paid against, or a warning against Brad Johnson for running right through the spot where the umpire was about to bounce the ball. He almost paid a free kick there.
So Wine back up and running.
Oh, good hands.
Very good hands. To Fraser, who has started well. Free kick to Davis. Collingwood having the best of it early, aren't they?
Gee, there's a bit of feeling in this game. I guess it's all been sparked.
Gee, where's Crediot?
Watson making space again.
Yeah, he got drawn towards the play, didn't he, Crediot? And Shane Watson thought, well, I'm a get-around type of player. I'm not going to dominate a game. I can just phase in for a couple of minutes, and I've got to make the most of it when I can. He needs to put these types of goals on the board, these kicks on the board as goals.
We've got a great view here. We're following him through. He's missed it.
Both of them to the right. His kicks so far this evening. Still feeling it.
Yeah, he's doing it tough, isn't he?
Well, there was a war of words between the two coaches, Mick Malthouse and Terry Wallace, over some comments about the draw made earlier in the year, and it's certainly been translated into good on-field aggression here early in this match.
I can tell you right now, the Bulldogs are going to fall down at centre-half forward. Cox is very static every time the balls come forward from the back line. Short one goes straight up the middle. That's the ideal receiving position. This is what they don't want to do.
Great tackle.
Looking for a free kick, Williams.
Straight away, wasn't he? I mean, it was a good tackle, but Nathan Brown did very well to get a handball away. You can see that he can't get away. Williams has too much pace, and when he is caught, he does get a handball out and finds the boundary line. Good
decision by John Harvey there not to award a free kick.
Fraser again.
Looks terrific, Fraser.
He does. He's keen, isn't he? The 18-year-old. Hunter leading Rocker. Awkward one. Williams picked it up. Wonderful kick. It's a chance. Oh. It's going through. It's a goal. Terrific stuff.
Well, the early signs for Collingwood are exceptionally good tonight. Their approach on the ball has been first class. It's been aggressive, but it has been focused on the ball. And some of the young players, like Josh Fraser in particular, have been fantastic tonight. The pressure up forward, and Paul Williams just seized on an early opportunity, a loose ball off one step, a beautiful kick, and he's being pretty closely followed by Tony Liberatore tonight, so that's going to be a great duel.
Collingwood have had 26 possessions to 14. Michael Malthouse. They've got a bit of a fly here. They haven't hurt the Bulldogs a great deal on the scoreboard, but that goal gives them a little cushion, doesn't it? 14-0. It's been all Collingwood.
Well, you saw the best and worst of Kingsley Hunter there as well. Great pace, a lot more pace than Severio Rocker to run out and meet the ball, but then the decision-making process, soccer off the ground, went nowhere, took his eyes off the ball when he got there.
Fraser making an impressive start. Wine trying to take it. Remembering that Fraser had the experience of playing on an informed Stafford and exposed in the back line late in the match. And yet he's been able to bounce back very quickly here.
Paul Dimartina looks to have gone to Nathan Buckley here. He's playing very close attention, and I think you can expect a bit of that.
Wine won it. Johnson cut off by Buckley. Watson to Williams. Buckley. He's going to kick it, isn't he? He's going to kick it, isn't he?
Summed that up beautifully, didn't he? He just recognised I can kick on the left with no contact, but only be a half chance, or I can kick on the right, straighten for one pace, and cop contact. He made the right choice there, went for the right decision. Watch this. It makes its way out. He keeps running past the contest. He can go to the left now. No, 1-2, straighten up onto the right. Everything's in the channel moving towards goals. Takes on the body contact, kicks the goal. That's a brave decision and rewarded handsomely.
Well, the Bulldogs haven't won 4 straight against the Magpies for over 50 years. They're going for a 4th one tonight. And already Collingwood have got a fly now. It's 20-0. And their good players are playing very, very well. I include Williams and Buckley. They kicked the centre half forward. Lockyer was good.
He's good, this kid. He charges at it.
Pushing forward. Johnson got in the road. Freeborn on hands and knees. Now the Dogs go forward. This is the furthest they've been in the match today. First time really inside 50 properly, aren't they?
Absolutely. Really looking forward to seeing Bartlett play this evening. He had very good hands last week. There's Dimartina picking up Buckley.
Look at the cast on his arm, and he was actually feeling and touching there, and Buckley's going to keep chopping at the arm with the cast on, which isn't a bad idea, is it?
He looks like cowboy Bob Orndorff. Oh, Bob Orton.
I think I know who you mean.
The old wrestler.
High tackle. Burns has got it.
I have to correct myself. Cowboy Bob Orton it is.
Collingwood 3-2.
Long lead from Anthony Rocker.
And he's going to go to him. Ellis worked to the front. Wine gets back. Good play.
Well done, Craig Ellis.
Back to West.
This will take some kicking. Yeah,
Gee,
good
it was
slot.
a great kick, wasn't it?
Loves to run on, Smith.
Johnson coming out of the square on the lead.
Orchard's with him.
Wants to go to Bartlett long.
It's a penetrating kick. Chrissy Giacomo went for the thump. Lockyer looked up. Good stuff. Orchard. Matthias, who was stitched up last week. Not in terms of playing, but having his head stitched up early in the match. Watson didn't mark it. Pretty back to Brown.
Bad kick.
Kick to centre half forward. Cox can't break the tackle. This is where Collingwood have been really quick. Libber, high tackle, won it.
Now what will happen here? Garlick will go back to the square. He's just run out of screen, and Johnson's back there with him. Garlick
Good space to lead into. He's got to come straight at him, Johnson. That's the lead. That was perfect.
Yep, they've got 2 leading forwards there. It's not the old, I'll stay at home, you lead from the goal square, and if the long one comes in. Both those players who went back there, Garlick and Johnson, will lead from the goal square, and so it was a toss-up. They were just about blocking for each other before the lead.
And they really set it up well. There was a good space to lead directly at the player with the ball in Liberatore. All he had to do was wait the chip, and no one was going to stay with Brad Johnson the lead. He really needs to kick this because they're in danger of being shell-shocked early. The Pies have come out firing. This would be a good settler for the Bulldogs.
A lot talked about marking the spot. The umpire had marked it before Johnson, but Johnson made a point of it.
It's a right to left type kick, splits the middle.
To goal. The steadier for the Doggies.
Yeah, that was a sorely needed goal. I mean, the Pies have come out, both barrels blazing, and they really needed something just to steady down the pace of the game. You can just see the tackle there now. Liberatore on his knees. It's going to be pretty hard to tackle him around the waist then, isn't it? But if you can actually see over the mark there, there's a good space that he just chips directly over the man on the mark to the oncoming player in Johnson. There's the lead. A good space to lead into. Perfect forward play.
Expect Orchard to be taken back to the goal square and led off on several occasions.
Umpires telling Johnson, do not mark the spot like you did a moment ago. I'm in charge of where you kick the footy from. And that's been the big message from Jeff Geeshan this week.
They do have to be careful, though, because a lot of players will come back and mark where they're going to actually kick the ball from.
Buckley's run ahead of this, and Anthony Rocker very lazy there. Sometimes don't fox for the 50, just get the thing and kick it forward. Buckley was 25 metres ahead of his opponent there.
Oh, look at that.
He's kicked at 65 metres. Oh, Sav went high. Something at the back. A bounce. And then away to half-back. Brown the target. He's had a bit of it early. Freeborn's been okay as well. Down to the line.
He did well there, Freeborn, because it looked like Brown had just pushed him under the ball and then take it away, but he held his ground very, very well.
Strong body, Freeborn.
So Fraser and Wind again. Fraser, good, very good. Freeborn. Well done, Batheris. Aubrey, good long kick to the square. Mark. Davis has got it. Plays on and kicks a goal.
They're so impressive, Collingwood, over the last 4 weeks, and they show no signs of wilting this evening. They are so impressive with their short disposals in very, very close, and they're just willing to back themselves in. It's almost like, I'll give it to somebody here who's under pressure, and somebody else will react in the meantime to receive in a better position. Let's trust each other. It's paying dividends.
You made a very good comment just in the preamble to this game, Dermot. They've got a lot of young players who haven't been brought up in the losing atmosphere of the last few seasons. All of a sudden, they've got a few under their belt. They're used to winning. They expect to win.
Well, they lead by 20 points. Very early in this match yet. But the signs are good. Wind, Ramiro. Lacuria put a tackle on him. Smith. Cox back to Ramiro. Back to West. Trying to set it up. Hooks it back into about 30 metres. Koliniuk read it best. Didn't take the mark. Johnson gives it off. Koliniuk's a sharpshooter. Hooks it back. Misses a behind.
And we saw from the goal scorer there, Johnson took Orchard back, and he's virtually playing as a full forward now, Johnson. They know Orchard can't chase and spoil.
A very interesting move. It's obviously because of the matchup. Quite often they send Rowan Smith down there as the leading full forward, but they figure that Orchard's the one they want to drag down near goal.
That's the kick you want from full back. You want it in the middle. You've got the option of going either way, and you've broken the zone apart.
Macri getting ready to come on for the Dogs. Freeborn went to ground. Richardson working hard. Clever little kick in the end, just keeps it along. Ellis, great tackle, Anthony Rocker.
Oh, that's a dump and a half on the tackle too.
Oh, that's a mongrel punt.
That's going over.
It was Cox.
Well, he was worried because he had no one to kick to.
Free kick to Orchard against Johnson.
I mean, it was 3-on-1. He had no chance. That's why Cox just tried to unload the big barrel to space over the top.
I've got to say, that dump in the tackle by Anthony Rocker on Craig Ellis was as vicious as you would ever see. He tried to hurt him with the swing to the ground.
Buckley the target, winds off the ground.
He's in trouble already, Dimartini. He's just giving him too much latitude. They might have to make a change there.
Darcy in the ruck and Macri's come on. Rocker, that's Sav, doesn't take it. Anthony to Sav on his wrong side. Little underground handball to Williams. Williams to Freeborn. Left foot maybe. No, right, doesn't quite.
I'll tell you what, wasn't that a sensational handball from Paul Williams? He looked at the space and he just weighted it so that it carried over the two Bulldog defenders, and Freeborn was able to run onto it. Superb handball. There's that tackle you were talking about, Dermot, and that is just excellent aggression.
That's a dumping, isn't it? Great stuff for the Pies.
Smith on the loose and on the burst.
Oh, this is a good hit.
Johnson, he's got him. Oh. Missed it.
That's a terrible waste. I think you can see the exasperation on his face there. He had that spent. He was already starting to think about the shot for goal.
You might have been a touch fatigued when he got there.
There it is. I've got it. Just took the eye off it.
Just tried to take it to the side a bit, didn't he? Anyway. And they seem to have settled a bit. It's just that Collingwood are on a different level at the moment.
Darcy gets rid of Fraser. Smith was in and under very cleverly. Little kick by Johnson wide. Good mark.
Oh,
well done.
Taken that mark. And
got a good clip around the ear for his trouble, too.
Yeah, the umpire, Gavin Dora, has suggested that that was in the action. Look, he's just giving it a little scuff.
Yeah, you can see that. I understand that, but quite often when a player is shooting for goal now, he will mark the spot 4 yards or so in front of the mark where he's going to kick from. Now, there's no problems with that. The umpire's querying when they start marking where the umpire is putting his own mark.
Taking it as an insult.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's made the umpire come right up to the mark and be right there.
Ellis, not noted as a goal kicker, leans back and just to the side.
See, that would have been good play because he's dragged Anthony Rocker all the way up from centre-half forward, and he's going to try and take him out of position as much as he can tonight.
Great crowd here, and...
Now, I'll tell you what, there's a bit going on between Rocker and Ellis in back play.
He didn't like it.
A couple of little short ones to the midriff, if you don't mind,
just
for both
near
of
the
them.
post on your screen, up the top of it there. They're just bumping them. And they're in a good spot. Every kick in they've had so far, the Pies, they've been a good spot in both those points.
Lacuria.
Oh, that's a free kick. It should have been a free kick to Williams because dead set, Tony Liberatore had him in a full-on tackle.
Cox inboard to Darcy. Again wide, danger here for Collingwood. Smith such a long kick.
Plenty of numbers.
Johnson's crawling it now.
Short to West. West wants to go on. He gets to 50 now and then loads it up for all he's got. And it's got a chance. It's a goal. He's kicked the goal. They've steadied a bit, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Josh Fraser coming off. McKee goes on. It's almost like they've said to themselves, well, we were a touch rattled there, but we've taken their best shot and we're still in the hunt. We can build on this, guys. Let's just not get exasperated here.
Good play for Scotty West. I'll tell you what, I like the tactic of interchanging the ruckman, McKee and Fraser on wind as well.
So Wine off the ground for the Doggies, and McKee has come on for Collingwood, and Fraser's now off the ground. McKee, the late inclusion for Jukovic, and playing his first game for Collingwood, and gets a kick immediately. Libber and Ellis leading in the race for the ball. Williams. West was terrific to Smith. A bit up and under, but to centre wing. Brown, clever. And the Doggies have steadied. Brown forced to kick wide. Front spot, Bartlett. Well done, Presciucco at the back, and then takes Bartlett on. Good kick to Buckley. The 2-1 favourite for the Brownlow. And we've got 18 rounds to go, can you believe it? Kicks to McKee. McKee's a good kick to Licuria. They're pinpointed with their accuracy, aren't they?
He's given them some run out of the back line, Licuria, too. A bit tough down there as well. He gives it out, and he will run forward.
It's a little bit crowded before the line, but here comes Sav. He's chipped it in out in front.
He's got some pace, this bloke, doesn't he? For a big unit.
The weight of the kick was good, but the direction wasn't.
Yep. Just missed the spot.
Hunter to Darcy.
Garlick on a lead up the ground after this one.
Kinnear held it up really well there. It was an important ball against Macri. Macri's got
good tackle.
Yeah, I was actually reading the play up the ground because Garlick supplied a great lead, but the kicker just went for the first one in vision.
Darcy's long kick. Johnson's a great mark.
Look, Orchard's a good midfielder. He'll get around. He's got some pace. Johnson can take a grab, and Orchard is going to be worried playing from the goal square, so it's a good match up there. I reckon they would have thought, Jono, there's no way he'll play in the middle, play out of the middle tonight, and suddenly they've seen he's got Orchard. Let's take him up forward.
I'll tell you what, we saw him miss a chest mark before. The determination on his face there, he said, OK, this one I'm going to take. And again, he had a few words with Brian Sheehan over marking the mark.
So from about 40 metres out, he's a good kick, isn't he? He's kicked another one. They're right back here.
They've steadied very well, the Bulldogs. I mean, it really did look like they could get blown out of the water early by the Pies, but they've bounced back. And the goal kickers are basically the midfielders. We've seen a couple from Brad Johnson and one from Scotty West. Isn't that an unusual sort of thing? But he just fought for front position, and a tremendous mark there, and he finished it off very well.
6 disposals to Scotty West so far. Buckley, the best for the Pies. He's got 5.
Well, Terry Wallace is making the moves on Buckley. Now it's Ramiro. So yet another opponent here for Buckley.
And there's the chop of the arm again.
At least 3 in the first 20 minutes of this match. Bathiris had to kick high because the Doggies were closing on him. Hunter's got away from Rock. Free kick to Tarrant, I think.
Now, I was watching that. As soon as the ball went up in the air, you could see them both fighting for front position. I think there was a little bit going on both ways. And in the end, Chris Tarrant just pulled out of the wrestle, and he virtually gives up, and then there was a bit of a jumper stretch.
Yep.
But if you had to watch the whole contest, it was probably one of those ones where you would have liked to have seen the umpire just let it go.
Unfortunately, the umpire was just looking for something to break that up, wasn't he?
Kicked 4 last week against the Swans.
Well, that's befitting, really. I mean, yeah, the free kick was there with the jumper, but there could have been one either way before that. So, well, fake smiles on this contest. Let's hope it goes that way for the whole evening.
I've never been a fan of this man-on-man from the kick-outs because nearly all the time you see the person kicking out able to pinpoint a kick.
Although the Bulldogs broke too early then.
They did.
Ellis the target from Curly. McKee had the last drop on him, didn't he? And belted it away.
Gee, it's a great tactic that Mick Malthouse has at his disposal. I mean, whether it's Wind or Darcy in the ruck, he can alternate Josh Fraser, who started very well, and now Stephen McKee, and leave Anthony Rocker at centre-half forward.
So McKee and Darcy. McKee won it. Smith, Williams might have hurt, but he's still going. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What a goal. Sensational. What a play. That'll bring the house down.
Paul Williams is without doubt one of the most exciting players in the competition. The great thing about this goal here is the battle that he has at ground level with Tony Liberatore. Look at this. He manages to keep his feet. He doesn't go to ground. He doesn't play for the free kick. He fends off the tackle from Liberatore, keeps his eye on the ball at all time, explodes away with a couple of quick steps and drills it on the tight angle. That is just brilliant play.
Terrific stuff. Sav's off the ground, Rocker off the ground, and Tyson Lane, and ex-doggies come on. 5-4 to 3-2.
Down the other end, Orchard's been moved off Johnson.
Darcy won it. Lucuria, Dimatina forced to kick wide, outside 50, Macri and Kinnear.
Oh, that is superb.
Clever mark, wasn't it?
How did he take that?
Good touch in the hands there.
Garlick going now for him. Macri goes to Garlick in the pocket. Lockyer with him. Lockyer just belted it away. Richardson will work towards the line. Cox with him. Lockyer in hard. And the ball off Cox's boot, but it'll be a boundary throw in left forward pocket.
So you have a look at this fantastic mark from Christian Macri. He pushed the opposition player out of position, kept his eye on the ball and dragged that left hand underneath it.
40 metres from goal. Dimatina.
That won't get there, not from Dimmer.
Hooks it back to about 15 metres. Burns, he's got the job on Johnson now. Macri, gang tackled. Ball up.
In the meantime, Shane Watson's had a spell on the bench, and Damien Adkins has come on the ground. He's just hanging loose right out here on the wing. And if the Pies win it, you'll see a change of direction, I'm suggesting. They're trying to create a mismatch, the Pies, because Kingsley Hunter is now responsible for Damien Adkins, who has one flank all to himself at the moment.
Darcy and Orchard conceding. Good play.
Mature age recruit, Kristen Macri, isn't he? 25 years of age. Played his first game last year.
Played 3 late in the season.
Yep.
And gets his chance tonight.
Actually, I went out to the Royal Children's Hospital yesterday. He's got a little tot in the hospital, so good luck to him and his family that everything goes right.
Good zone here from the Bulldogs, making it hard for the Pies to take it out of defence very easily. A lot of indecision.
Kinnear, he hooks it towards McKee, and Richardson, good mark.
He can take a good grab like that, Mark, when he gets the float in from the side. He's got a nice, safe pair of hands, as long as he doesn't run straight at it.
Burns, he worked really hard. It may go against them here, though. Cox pushes towards Freeborn. Doesn't panic, has to get rid of it now. Good umpiring, I reckon.
Yep. Too often people see that whole tackle and they don't take into account the boundary line and the ball and the tackle shifting over it. That breaks the play.
Brown on it with some pace.
Well done, Cox. Good shepherd.
Hooking back. Macri again. Kinnear kicks down the line. Close, and Lane unable to take the mark. Credial giving him one to go on with.
Oh, he's letting him know all about it, former teammates. Just having a bit of a barb at each other there. You mentioned that good mark by Mark Richardson before. Trent Bartlett, who was contesting at the time, hasn't had a touch after kicking 5 last week.
He's a bit lost at the moment. They've just pushed him out a bit, and they've gone for the smaller blokes from the square against Orchard.
Credial caught by Aubrey in the tackle. And again a ball up. So not long to go now. Collingwood a 5-4 to 3-3.
Buckley dragging Romero down into the forward 50. They'll try and get a mismatch there as we see Credial coming back now.
And as Credial goes back,
he comes
says,
up to the
well,
play.
That's useless for me to try and do that. He's back now.
So McKee and Darcy and Dimatina. Aubrey overran it.
Oh, that's out in the full.
Against Aubrey.
Off the back of the heel.
Off the heel and over his head.
So Brown.
Oh, Buckley's just put down Romero behind play.
Cox pushing forward. Important play here late in the quarter. Presti Como runs hard. Orchard. Oh, he got away with it. It was a slick handball meant for the other Pie.
Oh, that's lucky.
Williams will get it. He's played a quarter and a half for Williams. The siren sounds. Let's Romero know.
Look at him showing it to him. And there's the comeback. He shoved the ball in his face.
Boy, what a quarter. It's had everything, hasn't it?
Oh, there's some feeling in this game, isn't it great?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Look at Romero going berserk. He is unloading on everybody within earshot.
Look, we don't want to go overboard, but I like it when it gets a little bit ugly like that.
Buckley comes into the fray now.
Jose can do that on a Thursday night and a Friday night, unload Kane. Well, 3-3 to 5-4. They got the jump, Collingwood, and then the Doggies, but I think that last goal of Williams was really important.
Yep.
It just gives them the breathing space they probably deserve. A lot going on here. Paul Williams. A hell of a lot going on with Brian Chin and Paul Williams. At quarter time, Collingwood a 5-4 to the Doggies 3-3. This is a big game on the big sports network. Johnson going to full forward. Scotty Burns.
Sav Rocker starting on the bench again.
And Chris Olsen, who's playing for $15,000 along with John O'Connor in the Coca-Cola court red-handed, is right on the money. 13 points for Collingwood. Chris has got a long way to go. There's 3 big quarters, but 15 grand right now if they stop the game.
Disappointed in McKee there. Took a real look at Darcy when he went to run at him there. He's going to sidle up to him now. Didn't just see the ball run at his opponent and drive the knee and try and tap the ball. He took a long look at Darcy on the way in, and a hand across the throat there.
Darcy gets a second crack. Ramiro in hard. There's a lot of feeling and tension going to the break, wasn't there?
Absolutely. And you see Terry Wallace kept them in a long time at the quarter-time huddle. Ramiro going with Buckley. That's going to continue.
McKee tries to get over Darcy. Bathiris back to Lockyer. Lockyer's a good field kick. Finds his target.
Not scared to go wide, are they, the Pies? As long as they know they can pinpoint it.
Rock of the target from Tarrant. Libra at the back to West. Buckley's tackle was good. Freeborn snatched it. Terrific tackle from Liberatore.
Oh, look, he's
That's a team tackle.
Hey, he is into him at quarter time, Terry. What do you reckon he said, Bung?
Well, I tell you what, the Bulldogs do thrive on verbally taunting and absolutely attacking the opposition. Now, that was a great tackle. That was an even better tackle, but have a look at this for a group tackle.
2, 3, 4.
They wanted a piece of him.
That's great stuff.
Darcy in hard. Well, this is a great test again for the Magpies, these kids who've been so brilliant in the opening 4 weeks. Adkins, Norwich Rising Star nominee a couple of weeks ago, kicks to centre half forward. Ellis wants a free kick, he'll get it. Rocker might have done some damage on him there.
He's hurt there.
Ramiro's floating wobbly one to half forward. Macri gets it back. He's been pretty good, Macri. Gets it to Eagleton. First time we've looked at him. Garlick's first real touch. He's inside 50. He can kick a goal. And he's missed it.
He's turned into a very, very handy player, hasn't he?
He has. He did that very well. Just let his opponent under the ball. Took off from behind and...
Oh, a report. That's a report.
Oh, Anthony Rocker, that is a big loss. Well, if he gets suspended, but that's danger for the Pies because he's been one of their best players all year. You mentioned he went down very hard, Dermot. Oh, a little bit clumsy, wasn't it?
Yeah, he did most of the damage on the deck, mate. He just took his feet from out.
Hospital ball.
Orchard's kick not good. Buckley's contest was very good. Christian Como back to Buckley. To Richardson who can burst here. Rocker and Ellis are still at it. He goes to full forward lane, worked underneath it by Crediuk. Tarrant in the pocket with Southern. Oh, that's lazy. Really lazy by Tarrant.
Actually, if you just watched that, you saw Tarrant.
Danny, where are you going?
He doesn't know. Tarrant made up 2 easy metres on him then.
Contessa's coming on the ground. Williams still trying to get rid of it. Smith smothered. Terrific stuff. Freeborn gang tackled again.
Is that 5 possessions, Rowan Smith? They just need to get him and put 10 paces behind each ball when he gets a kick of it. They just need him to break a line here. But look, Collingwood are just, it's like a boxer who's in close and taking the wind out. They're just giving them no room to run with the ball.
So McKee and Darcy again. Contessa brought down by Lacuria. So Collingwood's tackling just as effective. It's at 50 metres. It's a real tug of war, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's by no accident Contessa finds himself in the middle of the ground now because, look, he's just a slugger. I mean, he doesn't have the run which a Rowan Smith or Brad Johnson has. He just likes it in hard and tight.
1988 was the last time Collingwood won their first 5 matches. So we've got to go back a long way. They're trying for that tonight. They lead by a couple of goals early in the match. Ellis was good. Comes to Bathiris. Bathiris has hooked it a bit under pressure. Coming back to him.
Yeah, there was a Shepherd. No, Darcy went over the top of the Shepherder, Anthony Rocker.
Even better, isn't it? To come back to Anthony Rocker.
I think that might have been the square up for the bump or the clumsy tackle on Craig Ellis.
Look, there's no value there.
There is none whatsoever, Derm. I mean, we mentioned it earlier. There are right ways and wrong ways to apply aggression. I mean, fair enough, he might have knocked over one of your teammates, but you've got to bide your time and you've got to pay him back in the correct fashion, and that wasn't it.
I don't want to sound...
cost his team a goal.
Yeah, I don't want to sound really crude, but if you're going to do that, you've got to get value for money. You've got to make the bloke think, I don't want to slip in front of him next time because I will seriously get hurt.
And in the end, he just fell into his back.
Yeah, he's going to laugh it off and have the last laugh and a shot at goal. That's a big unit, isn't it? 195, 104 kilograms.
And the big unit's a big kick, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Got a good view of the angle. Lines them up. It's a great kick. Oh, you'd love him kicking for your life at the moment, wouldn't you? If you could put the ball in anybody's hands from 50, right now, that's the man.
It is. Look, you've got great range in goal kicking on the Collingwood team. Sav, Anthony, also Nathan Buckley. But this is a very good sign for Collingwood and Anthony Rocker because he was recently reported. That's the sort of thing that can take your mind off the game. He still put himself in the right position to shepherd a teammate, and he got the benefit of a free kick and kicked the goal.
Dipper, there's been a lot of changes off the benches.
Yeah, Collingwood 7 and the Bulldogs 3, and Trent Bartlett starting this quarter on the bench after kicking 5 goals last week.
We saw Sav just come on for Lane. Dimartina's kick. It's touch play on. In the centre. High tackle on Macri. West. Hunter didn't expect it. They're just under the pump here at the moment, aren't they?
Not as good in close as the Pies either with their hands.
Eagleton.
He's been good, Mark Richardson.
He was very good, Jason, last week when it was tight all night, but he was really good last week early against Sydney. It's a free kick. No free kick to Bethura. Smith held his ground and took a very good mark.
Eyes were always on the ball there. He's going to go out to that lead.
Macri the target. It's been pretty good. Orchard will look for a free kick. Preciado was slow to get there. Macri and Preciado almost hands it to Eagleton. Caught up.
He did well there, McCree, didn't he? He actually pushed Prestigiacomo a little bit to the side off the ball and pulled the ball from out under him. He's done well there.
Showed great desperation in that contest.
Handing it over, so to speak. McKee, the right play. Collingwood, no, not paid. And Smith to the line.
Got a feeling Darcy's going to do the ruck all by himself tonight. You would think that Wind would come on at the start of this quarter into the middle if he was half fit or anywhere near half fit.
Darcy on the front spot. Dimartina on the burst. 70 metres out. Awkward kick to full forward. Johnson and Burns. Johnson, terrific, kicks his third goal.
Well, that type of thing there, I would back Burns all day long normally. But on this occasion,
I'll tell you what, is Burns giving Brian Sheehan a decent old questioning over the decision? He just got out-bodied then. I mean, Brad Johnson was just too strong for him. Great tap from Darcy down to Dimartina. He just really blazed away. It wasn't a great kick. Johnson was too strong, runs into the open goal. He's a clear winner down there. It's a good matchup for the Bulldogs. But have a look at Burns and Brian Sheehan.
I reckon here at the stadium, the ball carries further, and Burns has seen the mongrel kick and thought it's going to drop short, but this stadium, it just carried a bit further.
West, Worsley's big flies just come on the ground. Macri was good, terrific. West gets it from Dimartina, wobbles it, Lockyer, and it's hit the post, I think, so boundary throw.
He should have nailed that one.
He had an opportunity. I mean, he had to kick it very quickly. He only had 1 or 2 steps to get settled. Well, see Josh Fraser coming back on for Stephen McKee as Luke Darcy. Luke Darcy takes a bit of a breather in the middle of the ground. He gets a fresh opponent.
If that's serious, that'll be fatal for the Bulldogs.
There's a free kick to Collingwood, I think.
Yep. And it's the one umpire's 5 metres away, yet it was the umpire 55 metres away who plucked that free kick.
Worsley's kick to Fraser. He's found him well. Fraser takes his time. He got his kick in to half forward. Tarrant, Crediuk, Contessa. Well read by Smith, becoming very important. Crediuk's good handball to Libber. Libber pops it up high. Collingwood have got the numbers. Johnson worked underneath. No free kick. Johnson off the ground. It won't get there. Prestigiacomo gets back.
Oh, Presty.
Just didn't stay down long enough to get good contact with the hands. But he did the right thing. He had his body behind the ball and just towed it through for a point.
Yeah, you might have seen just a little chink in the armour there too. I don't think he's real good when they get below knee level for Presty. He's doing everything right this season though.
We've got some players out deep on this side of the ground. If he can get a long kick in, Tarkin Lockyer.
You've called it.
It's a good kick, isn't it?
Or he can play. If he can get the ball in quickly, Richardson's come up the wing.
Fair bit of trust with Tarkin Lockyer, isn't there, in the kick-ins?
Oh, Darcy. Bit unlucky, Richardson. The umpire didn't see that. We did.
It was there all day long. He disguised it relatively well, but the umpire was blindsided by it.
He did catch him high, but what he did do is he still made contact with the ball.
Yep.
And looked like he had his eye on the ball.
Eagleton, floating kick, going to be difficult. Richardson under the pump. He rode it very well. He's playing a bit of a match here, isn't he? Out wide to Fraser. Well done, Fraser. Goes back to Aubrey between half-back and centre wing. Pops it up. Tarrant's got to stand his ground. Crediuk, Ellis took a chance. Ramiro, handball out to Contessa. Hooks it back around the body. Collingwood with numbers. Aubrey, he's got time. May not use Fraser. He has to now. The youngster's been very impressive. Nice kick. Williams versus Libber. Good mark.
She's gone to ground a couple of times now, Libber, in this game.
Williams pops short to Rocker. Sav can't make it. It's a low percentage play, really. Libber was probably a bit unlucky. Sav's got him. Ball up.
I'll tell you what, it's a match-up that the Collingwood team is really trying to exploit, Liberatore and Williams. They think that Williams can do a job on him up there, and every indication so far is that he might be able to do that. They're just having trouble pinpointing Sav Rocker on the lead. He's got a couple of ordinary passes so far.
And Daniel Southern goes to centre half forward. He's just up there to add a bit of bite and nastiness in the forward line. Hold it in.
Davis's handball cut off. Tarrant, well done, very clever. To Aubrey. Aubrey inboard to Bathiris. Bathiris goes to centre half forward. Big fly coming from the back from Nick Davis. We'll get a second go. Dimartina's hip and shoulder was a beauty.
Just got to move it on.
Pressure, Curley too late. Lucky gets a high tackle.
Gee, he had Eagleton in space ahead. All he had to do was kick it off the deck, and Eagleton would have been away.
Well done by Josh Fraser. When that ball was coming in for the Pies, it was directed to Buckley. Josh Fraser led to the pocket where it was never going to be kicked, but it was almost like he was reacting to instructions off the ground just to take a player with him.
Curley, Richardson got rid of Southern. Pushed forward off the ground by Kinnear. Buckley, has he kept it in? He has. Doesn't normally waste one. Comes in board. Big kick, great mark. Wonderful football. Rocker's taken a beauty.
Well, that is just a classic piece of play. But I'll tell you what, it was a great mark. Kingsley Hunter was right on Sav Rocker and was very frustrated with his own efforts not to have punched that ball away. I mean, he's played a pretty good job so far, Kingsley Hunter. Have a look at Sav Rocker, an average of just over 4 goals per game against the Bulldogs. And this would be a real confidence booster for him, finishing off a great piece of play.
I reckon Kingsley thought he was going to slip past him then, and in doing so, he gave up his ground where he was steady and capable of punching the ball. When he committed himself to slipping past, he was never going to be a spoiler. Let's wait on the kick. Looks good.
He needs the goal, the big fella, and he's drilled it home. Well, you talked about that penetration earlier. We saw penetration from Buckley in a field kick, and then Sav doing what Anthony had done.
Yeah, they've got more than any other team in the competition. They've got 3 players who can basically kick a drop punt from 60 metres. Have a look at the way he just traps the ball and then holds it in, finds a bit of space, and gee, he just drills that low. Right there, Kingsley Hunter, and look at him. Throws the fist into the other hand and says, I should have punched it away.
He came from the wrong side.
Just breathing space again in a low-scoring match, isn't it?
Absolutely. And they're not going to allow them to kick too many, the Pies.
Darcy and Fraser, they ran hard at each other. Bathiris was in there. So was Contessa.
He likes it hard on the body, doesn't he? That's his go.
Oh, great shepherd from Scotty West.
That's a great kick.
Good kick in centre, and Southern did the right thing to hold his man back. Smith's got the mark at about 52 metres.
Now here we go. He's going back to find out where the mark is. Brian Sheehan won't be happy with that. Go away and let me do it.
Well, he's probably the bloke with the most penetration of all the Bulldogs.
Yep. Oh, he's giving everyone a warning, Brian Sheehan. Brad Johnson went across the mark as well. Good lead ignored from Nathan Brown, so he must fancy his chances of kicking this.
Well, we do know that they carry an extra couple of metres. That's what all the pros are saying out here.
He's a big goal kicker now, Smith.
He got under it a bit.
It's going, though. It's close. It's touched.
just skied it. Just didn't quite get the right trajectory on the kick, but very good in terms of accuracy, and it travelled a good 55 metres.
Very reminiscent of yours off the first at Huntingdale during the week, Jason.
You boys playing golf without me.
We don't play with bunnies.
They don't allow gorillas on that course, Robert.
4-6 to 7-4. Presty Tacoma, the target. He's got it.
It was a good kick out from
Di Martina's hurt himself, I reckon. Poor kick, Presty. That's bad play.
I think he just jarred his ankle, Di Martina. He's walking it off. He seems to be all right.
Macri inboard to Eagleton.
Well, there's a bit of a zone in there for the Pies.
No space to lead into at the moment.
No, exactly. That zone is just strangling it a bit, isn't it? Daniel Southern on the lead now. Now, if he gets ignored, there's nothing behind him.
Cox it up for Cox. He's got it.
Gee, that was a little bit too easy because it wasn't a great kick. There was basically two players leading to the same space. They both had opponents, and no one from the Collingwood defence really committed themselves to flying for the contest. He didn't take the clean mark and had the luxury of letting the second grab just float down into his hands.
It was Kinnear and Fraser, two of their youngsters.
Probably just not enough communication there. When in doubt, you fly with your man.
Cox has played 27 matches in the last 5 years, so he's really struggled to get a foothold in the team, but he's played every match this year and he's kicked the goal, a big one.
This is a real interesting struggle developing at the moment. Collingwood seem to be able to answer every challenge, and they can keep kicking away, picking up a 2 or 3 goal lead, but the Bulldogs are hanging in there, and you just get the feeling that if Collingwood can't maintain this work rate for the entire game, that the Bulldogs might work over the top of them.
Well, the Pies are on a roll, aren't they? They're on the roll of 4 wins in a row, playing with confidence, and it's lucky for the state of this game that they're up against a very professional team who don't know how to throw it in.
5-6 to 7-4. Same number of scoring shots, back to 10 points. Darcy doing well to Di Martina, building the ball forward. Well inside 50, Southern attacking hard. Presty Tacoma foots it out the back. Kinnear, Eagleton, caught. Lockyer's got him. He's gone.
Had to have a go at breaking the tackle.
Yep.
No support there. He needed to get a clear stat.
Lockyer's kicked to half forward. Rocker and Williams.
Oh, the umpire's down. John Harvey has got bowled over accidentally by Di Martina.
Ellis fends off. Anthony Rocker, slow, too slow Don. Darcy got him, and now Ellis away. Big play coming up. Ellis to Bartlett, we haven't really seen him all night.
Just come back on the ground.
Richardson with him. Bartlett working hard. Doesn't keep it in, boundary throwing.
I'll tell you what, a beautiful hip and shoulder delivered by Paul Di Martina. I mean, it was totally accidental. There it is. John Harvey went down, and he's going, what on earth just happened there? But to his credit, he got up and he paid that decision a couple of seconds later.
Very good.
The hard man in white, eh? The theorist.
While we get this ball up, when they go down and act like prima donnas, it really goes against the way you view them, but you like it. You forgive John Harvey a bad decision now for getting up pretty quick.
No doubt about that. You're a forgiving soul too, Tim.
Oh, that's me.
5-6-7-4. Bartlett getting over the top to Lockyer. Good hands, well played.
To good like that.
Wasley to O'Brien. O'Brien kicks to Rocker. With him Ellis, a real tug of war there, and a wrestle, free kick to Rocker.
Yeah, I reckon that one was just about there. He was in the spot before Ellis, wasn't he? And he almost, you could call it drawing the free kick.
Kicks to his brother, and he's got him. Well, this is where they've stunned the Bulldogs in this quarter. They've had 2 long shots from Rocker Brothers at goal. This is the most difficult of them all so far, but this is not beyond him.
Severio does kick them a bit left to right, and that means this angle will tighten a little bit from this side of the ground.
It's the best lead we've seen from Savrock. He actually broke away from Kingsley Hunter then. Let's
see if he can keep the 100% efficiency going. The distance won't be a problem. He'll kick from about 48 metres. He's pushed it a bit.
I'll tell you what, that was very interesting watching him kick then.
Little glimpses.
The last 5 metres of his run-up, he had his eyes down on the ball.
Yep.
The danger there is that you can stray off your target line as you're running in.
Well, who better to tell us about that than the bloke that kicked 1,254.
Missed just as many.
Don't worry about those. Contessa's kick to centre wing. Dimatina front
well
spot.
done.
Good mark against Aubry.
He worked that well. Now this is where they're falling down a bit
He
here.
thought he had 50.
Now Bartlett is too close. Cox has already run up. He has to react now. Bartlett's the big man back there. He's going to go short to the running
If he keeps
Brown.
going, he's got Southern on the lead.
Brown in short to Smith. Good effort by Burns. Just to cut across at the last moment. Lacuria, Wasley only as far as Dimatina. Dimmer's got some time here. Inside kick was good. Finds Contessa to Ellis. Just an awkward handball, but he picked it up pretty well, and Eagleton's got it. No, he hasn't.
Second time Eagleton's taken his eyes off the ball in about 20 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised Terry Wallace says, hey, come and cool your heels for a second, and we'll put somebody on who will show the way.
That was a nasty one.
Yep.
Curley fell over. Davis has got it. That's Nick Davis. Kick inside. Poor one. And Craig Ellis cuts it off. Goes in short. Gets it out wide to Brad Johnson. He's kicked 3 goals in the first half.
Yeah, the runner making his way out in Nathan Eagleton's direction, Dermot.
Gee, Mark Richardson, what a game he's playing.
He's toweling up Trent Bartlett. That's his 6th mark.
So, big numbers for Richardson.
They're going to force him to kick down the line, although Watson's made his way back. No, he's having to go down the line.
He wants one of the rockers. Sav, big one.
Yes.
Now, Terrence in the goal square. If Sav loads it up, he kicks across.
That's a great kick.
Terrence got it. Wonderful play by Rocco.
I tell you what, when Severio marked that, that was the fall-down area. That was the danger zone when you get the ball turned around about there. As soon as he marked it, before it even turned around to face the direction of the Collingwood team, maybe you might see it in screen, they explode forward. See them? Just through the bottom of screen there. They explode forward everywhere. See Adkins there on screen. He's run into space. They just... There you go. Eagleton comes onto the bench. That's swinging back. On the wrong side of the post.
Yeah, not a great kick that one from Tarrant, but you call it, Dermot, Nathan Eagleton. I think just getting the message that if you don't commit yourself 100% and not worry about what's around you, you'll come off and have a spell, and he's getting that message directly from Terry Wallace.
He got pushed off the ball in this near pocket about 20 seconds before that. That's a good spot up from fullback. That's exactly where you want it.
Ramiro on the wing with the quick kick. They've gone the other way.
So Brown wide. Now Johnson, they can create something here.
No one really leading into his vision. He's had to go very wide to Cox.
Kinnear with him. Did a good job not to give the free kick away, Kinnear. Gang tackle. Well done, Lacuria. Wanting Aubry.
Over the neck.
So the free kick coming back. There's the umpire talking with Tarrant. And also Crediot gets it in short to Aubry.
Well, you know Critter's going to stir trouble. It's just whether he's answered back or gone back in the incorrect fashion, Tarrant.
Aubry's had 5 possessions this quarter. Gets it to Adkins. The kick to Burns. Danger. Contessa runs away. Short inside. Not a good kick.
Terrible.
Adkins takes a beauty.
And if he gets back quickly, they've got runners. Orchard's just gone through the screen there. Aubry goes past him. They're going to break out to the wing.
Good kick to Lockyer.
Well, good boy. Just kept his eyes on it.
Burns has kept running. But Buckley's led into him.
Burns still in the hole. At centre-half forward.
Well, Tarrant's the furthest target.
Kicks to Burns.
He has worked hard for that, Burns.
Goes on. Measures it. Misses it.
He worked his way from half-back. He followed the ball up, out onto the wing. Then he kept going to create space. A couple of teammates came towards him, which took his space away. So then he worked further forward down onto the flank and probably deserved a goal for his work effort there.
13 points the margin.
You have to sum up the game. The Pies are playing as well as they've played all year. The Bulldogs have got a bit left in them, and they're still in the hunt. 7 points.
Curley. Ellis the target. Buckley and Anthony Rocco, big flyers. A boundary throw in.
This is not going to blow open at any real stage. I reckon 3-goal break here will be a blow open.
Macri getting ready. So there's still enough time here for a couple of goals one way or the other in this opening half.
Oh, he had him round the neck.
No free kick. Lacuria, Buckley, big kick coming up. Buckley with a chance. Buckley's kicked a beauty.
Well, that is a brilliant kick. I mean, very few players can do that. Nathan Buckley has done it with ease. But the Bulldogs can feel, I think, as though they've been pretty hardly done by there as Paul Dimatina comes off for a spell. He has got Luke Darcy in a headlock. You didn't quite see it from that angle. From the other side, he dead set had him in a headlock, and the umpire's waved play on, and doesn't Nathan Buckley make it pay?
Dimartina off. Again, Collingwood getting a spread of goal kickers. The Rockers have got one each. Williams has got two. Buckley's got two.
They're bound to. They're getting so many players running forward.
Ramiro to Brown to Southern. So back to 8-7 to 5-6. Collingwood with a bit of a break here before half-time. Darcy. Darcy's kick to centre half forward. In fact, out wider. It was a good one to Johnson, to Macri. Well done, Prestia Giacomo. To Burns. Players slipping over a bit on this ground. Prestia Giacomo to centre wing. Aubrey holds up Ellis. Darcy comes away. It's been pretty good, Darcy. Goes long and hard to full forward. Huge fly from Johnson. Lockyer, he's got some chances here. Watson's away. Tarrant runs for him. Watson should kick it to him. He does. Tarrant will take it.
That's great work from Tarrant.
Oh, he's got too much pace for Credill.
Comes back. Aubrey knew where his man was, Watson, but they haven't gained anything here. Back in board to Lockyer. Important kick coming up.
Gee, look at the numbers.
The big switch. Lucuria to Richardson to Lucuria. Sav goes now. He's gone over his head. He wants Buckley. Who better? Kicked the captain's goal a minute ago. Could almost go all the way here. Fancies himself. Loads it up. Goes for it. Have a look at it going. It's a big one. A beauty. The skipper, the captain, kicks two just before half-time.
Now, Dermot, we saw this earlier on in the first quarter. When Ramiro went on to Buckley, he drifted forward, and then we saw a changeover and he came back on the ball. This time, Ramiro picked him up again, so he drifted into the forward 50 because he is going to outmark Ramiro 9 times out of 10.
Well, Ramiro got close enough to spoil.
Yes, couldn't reach it. Tall enough. If Buckley jumps up, he's going to mark it, and he has unloaded from 60, and that's gone through on the fly.
Kicking a lot of goals this year. As soon as this is bounced, he should, for the last minute or so before half-time, he should just bolt into the forward line. See if he can kick another quick one.
There's a lot of West Coast about the build-up, isn't it?
Yeah.
They refuse to give it up until they're in a position. Richardson's been outstanding.
He's dominated.
And you know, Buckley's posies are down, just 9, but he's actually stinging them, isn't he, with his 3 goals?
He's really hurting them by foot, isn't he?
Aubrey, reflex handball was terrific. Lucuria to Lockyer. Collingwood's on top.
Buckley again.
Got him. He can nearly kick another one.
They can't let Ramiro pick him up if he pushes forward. He's going to have to kick this from inside the square. We saw him go for a torpedo early on. I wonder if he'll go another.
Burns, it wasn't like it was Burns who kicked it in board to Buckley.
The Bulldogs have filled the hole, so he's probably not going to be able to pinpoint a pass. He is going to unload. We just have to wait and see if it's a drop punt or a torp. I'm suggesting after the torp didn't work, he'll go the drop punt.
Scotty West standing right in the hole there to make sure no leads come straight through there. He's got to go a drop punt, doesn't he?
He's kicked 2 huge goals. He hasn't kicked the goal. He's got the distance to behind.
That's an extraordinary drop punt.
How far do you reckon?
It was extraordinary because he missed.
It's gone 65 metres.
The move's got to be made, boys, on Jose and Buckley because Buckley's just outmarking him every time.
Interesting, the tactic for the kickouts here. The Bulldogs bunch in the middle and Collingwood go in a variation from man-to-man. They form a circle or a ring around the bunch in the middle.
Doggies want a late one here, don't they?
Again, they've broken too early, the Doggies. They've taken up all the space. Oh, that's a dangerous kick.
Buckley versus Ellis.
He's done well there, Ellis, to keep it in front of Brown.
Brown.
Oh, he's gobbled up.
Play on call. Garlick. He's only had 2 kicks. Ellis to Brown. Belted it down the line. Well done, Johnson. He's very strong, isn't he? But Lucuria stay with him. Collingwood with a big lead now.
Pretty hook now on Buckley, boys.
Yep.
It's a 4-goal break just on half-time. West to Ramiro. Takes his time. One last chance for the Doggies. Collingwood outgunned there. Burns on hands and knees. Has to get it out. He does. They just know where each other are, don't they? They have a real feel for what's going on. Watson. Time's the problem. Atkins, they need a mark now. Kicks it in board.
I'll get it.
Sav's got it.
Oh, he has.
Is it
He's
paid?
paid the free kick anyway.
Well, John Harvey is signalling.
He paid for holding the jumper.
So it's before the siren.
Yep.
Well, what a huge play here. A goal here makes it a 5-goal game at half-time.
You would think that they would struggle to overcome this deficit if he kicks this goal.
Well, they've just shown they can't kick goals up there. They can scrub out goals, but they haven't got anyone who can just lead, mark, kick.
They were good at kicking goals on the siren against Sydney last week, I can tell you. They did it on 3 occasions. Sav to kick the big one. It's a beautiful kick. He's kicked it. What a finish. What a finish.
Look at the Pies. They're running from everywhere to congratulate Sav Rocker.
Don't those Rocker boys like to kick late goals? Anthony last week, and Sav has kicked a big one. Tyson Lane kicked the goal on the siren at 3/4 time last week. Buckley led from the front, didn't he? What an inspirational 10 minutes he put in. Listen to this chant, this mighty Collingwood roar. Tipper, what's it like down there? No, he can't hear me. Well, Collingwood have got all the momentum here.
Well done by the umpire Harvey there. He showed what the decision was for, so there was no speculation, and a brave decision, went with it. That's what he believed in.
Kevin Sheedy, our guest at half-time, but before that it'll be Dermot and Jason.
Oh, yeah.
Need a couple of quick ones to get something back, because it was all Collingwood late in their first half. They made their move before half-time and put a space in the Doggies in a hurry. Winders there, ball up. It's been an electrifying atmosphere here. Interchange, Bartlett, Macri, Garlick and Ramiro. So a couple of their P's on the interchange, McKee, Wasley, Lane and Freeborn for Collingwood. And they've really roared the fans tonight, and they've had plenty to roar about, particularly the Collingwood ones. Kick out of the middle. Johnson to set a half forward. Lucuria always seems to have a bit of time and gets good depth. Williams was very good in the contest. Play on. Nick Davis, a penetrating kick. Rocker's got a chance. Hunter with him, did well.
Well done, Hunter.
Southern read it best. Back to Hunter. Clever kick round the body. Releases Ellis. Ellis is away. Smith, Bathiris. Bathiris goes early. Belts it down. Aubrey couldn't take it. Contessa's got it. Aubrey with him. Contessa comes back to Dimartina. Davis doesn't put a tackle on him. Dimmer's away. That's typical of Dimartina. Runs hard. Not a great kick. Cox in front.
Little kick. That was good play by Cox to trap that ball there.
And a clever kick to Collingwood. Curley going. Johnson going short. Got him. Curley playing.
Curley
forward.
coming at him.
Going to kick it to him now. And gets him.
That's when they've looked at their best. The Bulldogs, when they go forward, when someone marks it outside 50 and they leave that space there for a player, regardless of his height or size, just someone that's able to lead into the vision of the player and lead at them. And in the end, a good pass from Johnson coming into Curley. We've seen a few goals kicked from this very angle. We'll get a great view of it directly behind the player. This will be a perfect start for the Bulldogs.
Very interesting matchup. I'll tell you about it after this kick.
It's a good kick.
Got it.
Yep.
It's got it.
Terry Wallace has trusted Stephen Cretiuk to run around with Nathan Buckley for the second half here. There he is. He'll make his way into the centre there. And this is a big ask. This bloke has had pretty tired and tight hamstrings over the years, and being asked to go into the centre and play on Buckley is a huge request. Well done by Curley there. That's the start they need. They need a couple of authoritative goals, don't they? There's Buckley. Cretiuk just standing opposite him at the moment, and hopefully, see Cretiuk next to the umpire, he'll make his way to the right-hand side of screen, Buckley, and run straight at him on the bounce down here.
Don't you love it when the wingers start 20 metres apart? You've got Lakira and Johnson at the bottom of the screen just lining up. It's a toss of the coin, isn't it?
Absolutely.
10-8 to 6-6. They hadn't kicked a goal since the 15-minute mark of the second quarter, the Doggies, so that was absolutely vital. Dimartina caught by Davis and Williams.
Not much science there by Dimmer.
Didn't have much hope. I tell you what, Paul Williams was very smart. We saw the match up with Lakira and Johnson coming from very wide apart. Williams is playing on Liberatore. He's dragged Liberatore up onto the Collingwood player from the wing, to up onto the Footscray player to release the Collingwood player at the other end.
Johnson off the side of the boot. Kinnear and also Cox. Kinnear. Good play, because had he kicked it, there was a good chance to go out on the full. So he went for the handball.
Held onto it just long enough to sum up the situation. Got one hand free. This is a very important takeaway for the Bulldogs here. If Wine can get it down, Johnson or Smith, Westy on the end of it. They've just been fantastic like this all evening, Collingwood, haven't they? Because the Bulldogs do explode away in a takeaway fashion from bounce downs, and Collingwood have just shut them down everywhere.
They've looked more aggressive and perhaps even greater leg speed tonight.
The wind will be better standing opposite Fraser.
Does win it. Little kick doesn't go far. Johnson chases hard, boundary throw.
If they're going to get back into this game, Scotty Wine has to start having an influence at these takeaways around the ground.
What I meant to actually say, he's better standing shoulder to shoulder, because he takes away the kid's jump then and his enthusiasm. Gone back a long way for the boundary line throw in here.
He's just keeping front position, and he wants to make contact early and push him away.
She's a sharp learning curve for Josh Fraser, isn't it? But he's doing well. Crediuk out in front of Eagleton. Williams was fast. Terrific play, Williams. He just hassled it off them, didn't he? And then tries to get the handle out. Crediuk was in there. Liver to West. These 50-50s important. Smith on the end of it. Quick kick. Bouncing ball. All important. Could Curley be the unlikely hero? Turns around. Goes for his second and misses everything. Still in play. Contessa with a chance. It surprised everybody. Hooks it back and post.
I tell you what, there was danger in what Curley did to Preston Giacomo then.
Turned him around, didn't he?
He led him out to the ball. He beat him off the mark with sheer pace, and he turned him around very, very easily. It's whether Mick Malthouse says, I'll trust the kid, or do I just say, mismatch here. Curley will just lead him to the ball and do that to him until we're hurt on the board.
Lockyer, Bathiris, he's a great kick, Lockyer, and he found Bathiris. The handball to Aubrey, opens it up a bit. Aubrey to centre wing to Fraser, got him, so Collingwood have brought it all the way down the ground. Lecurious short, goes in, Lecurious taken it. He's a courageous player, Lecuria.
Gone from a kick out to half forward without the Bulldogs touching the ball, and now they're setting it up for a switch.
The kick to Richardson. Oh, is he in a bit of form?
Now, Richardson is one bloke who does have licence at the Collingwood Footy Club. If he gets forward, he has the licence to have a shot from 50, 55.
He's a thumping kick. He's probably the fourth that can kick it from this sort of distance, isn't he?
He's probably for a type of a legend in the making. It's unfortunate he's at Collingwood behind the other blokes, because he does give them a real ride.
So the two Rockers and Buckley, the other ones. Look at this. It's a great kick. It's a whopper. What a goal.
Well, I've got to say for mine, Mark Richardson is the best man on the ground. He has dominated at half-back. He has beaten a couple of opponents. And you know when you're going well. I mean, when you run forward and it's not a great kick that comes in, have a look at this, the switch from Lecuria, and you know you're playing well when you're reeling the ball, one hand like that, and you don't even fumble it. It just sticks. And then you unload from 60, and that's just rubbing salt into the wounds of the Bulldogs.
Crucial goal, wasn't it?
Yep. Well, they answered the challenge, didn't they? He can do no wrong, Richo. He's even got a good suntan.
11-8 to 6-7. Doggies haven't been able to put two goals together often tonight. I think very early they might have, only on one occasion. They just need a run, don't they? They need three in a row.
Yeah. Oh, it's going on again. Plenty of feeling in this.
I love Contessa. I like those blokes who just like it. They like biting and scratching. Not saying that they do
biting,
it, but I mean in that kind of...
We might want to just rephrase that.
Yeah, well, they like scrapping it. That's what I mean. They're like a bulldog, exactly their jumper.
Darcy and Hart might have collected wine a bit.
I think he did. Luke Darcy's come through and he's apologising now. He just lifted the hand and said to Scotty Wine, sorry, mate, I was going to collect someone. I didn't realise it was you.
That's a little signal there.
Yeah, that's mine.
Do you want me to go for this one?
Scotty hasn't had a big night, has he?
No, it hasn't had a real effect on it. Yeah, Windy said...
one kick and three handballs.
But also, I mean, cleaned up by Rocker earlier, now cleaned up by his own man, Darcy. You sort of wish you hadn't got out of bed. Cox, Kinnear good. They're so quick in the tackle, Collingwood. Advantage paid. Johnson gets it to full forward. Lockyer.
Oh, good tap.
Collingwood should kick it. He does.
That's his craft, Steve Colneal. That's what he is all about. He gets front and square to the contest, and either side of the body, he can snap a goal, he can finish off. He's the sort of player that isn't going to get a lot of the ball, but he's got to kick 2 or 3 goals to make it worthwhile the way he plays. Look at this, the ball comes through, it flies Marnie, but Curley in front, he taps it forward, and that's where the smart forward goes. He knows the ball has to be brought down to that area, and doesn't he make the most with a beautiful left foot snap.
Got to say, they aren't scared to play the unconventional full forward, are they? Josh Marnie, Last week it was Garlick. Early days this evening it was Johnson.
Fraser went early. Next goal pretty big here. Doggies have got a sniff. Orchard.
Oh, that's almost ball.
Cox. Johnson running hard. Prepared not to take Kinnear on, which was probably the right way. Marnie, good mark. Ex-Magpie.
Keen to do well, wouldn't he? Darcy going to the goal square.
See, this is where they need to leave it open for Curly.
Yeah, this is the spot, though, Doom, that they struggle to find someone that can take a mark because you don't have the space to lead into. Luke Darcy has to get his hands on one.
Collingwood, the receiver. Then lines it up, but kicks the centre half forward. Smith was underneath. Darcy belted away. Jim Martinez got to find it. He does. Fraser was terrific. West goes back. Crediuk goes to the pocket. Might be a bit high. Pressure to Como against Curly. Davis running hard. A couple of Bulldogs run into each other. Collingwood come out through Batheris to Buckley. 2 bounces. Back to Batheris. He teased them. Buckley didn't.
Oh!
I think he wanted to miss in the end. Tarrant brings it down to the front. Pushing forward. Hunter gets it back from Libba. Good footy here. Hunter's kicked to Smith. The game has gone up a notch, hasn't it?
Absolutely. He held on to it a fraction long there, Buckley. He's forward let out.
Great kick.
Curly on the lead.
I tell you what, you might have heard me react there about 30 seconds ago. Scott West, who had chased Nathan Buckley all the way up the wing, he didn't see Anthony Rocket coming from half forward, and I reckon he might have felt the breeze go by him. But this is a great long kick from Rowan Smith. He just kicked it long to space, and the one thing you have to do if you're playing up forward, particularly if you're not a huge fellow, is play in front.
This could be the one win for the evening where they force Collingwood to make a move against their plans. And so far they haven't forced Collingwood's hand against their will once.
Must kick the goal.
Played at Collingwood in '94 and kicked goals as a forward. A bit of irony in all of this, but been a defender really for the Doggies. Can kick this from 48 metres. They like it. They love it. The old 2 in a row.
Well, Dern, you said they don't mind experimenting with an unconventional setup. Brad Johnson was the goal kicker early on in the match, playing out of the square. Now it's Todd Curley, and all he's doing is straightforward forward play.
Yep.
He's starting in front, and if the kick drops short, there's only one place to be. You look at him, he's fought for front position, he's on the lead, he sees the kick dropping forward, so he extends his stride, and in the end it's a pretty simple chess mark, but a very good kick to convert.
(8-7 to 11-8), so they've got a couple in a row. Buckley gets it out of the centre. Jim Martina takes the chance and is rewarded, and then bangs back to Cox and Kinnear. Good mark, Kinnear. He's got players short. Now he's gone the wrong way, I think, to Lucuria. Had it gone to O'Brito in. Eagleton to Contessa. Contessa to Collingwood.
Oh!
Taken out by Burns.
Oh, that'll hurt. That's hurt his back. He's had a bit of trouble.
He's kicked the goal.
Curley's kicked the goal.
He'll play on.
It's a goal to Curley. He's kicked 3.
O'Brien off.
Fraser coming off as well.
Curley's kicked 3.
Oh, he is in trouble.
He's had a crook.
Collingwood was in trouble. That's hit his hip or his back, and he is coming off. He is limping off. He's holding it down on the left buttocks or the hip, and I think he might have just absolutely landed flush on it. Look at the landing. Oh, he has landed solidly on that left hip, and that has knocked the stuffing out of him.
He's had some crook luck with some serious operations around the torso as well.
And the finish from Curley was superb.
Now that's a horrible stroke of luck for the boy there.
Garlick on Dibber.
Yeah, a lot of changes on the Collingwood side too. We've got Fraser and O'Brien off them, and a couple of boys have come on. We've got McGee back in the ruck here, and also Freeborn.
So 9 goals to 11. How long does Presty stay on Curley for?
Well, you'd just hope they start winning it in the middle.
He's kicked 3 in this quarter, Curley.
He's just beating him off the mark.
Well, tell you what Collingwood did could be the sort of thing that turns the game when you put your body on the line for your teammates. That could be a lifting piece
He's on the go,
play.
Curley.
He's got it again.
Presses Yacomo determinedly at the back. They've had triple the possessions in this quarter. The Dogs to Collingwood. Richardson gets it from Buckley. So confident, Richardson.
Oh, they're having a real dip now, the Bulldogs.
Tarrant's got it.
Oh, it's an open forward line. You're looking for Sam Rocker on the left.
That's a great kick to Anthony. That is a great kick.
Yeah, that's touch. Now, this is a great result for the Pies. They've really been pressured for the first time in the match, and they look like they're going to respond in the best way possible.
Gee, it was a well-weighted kick, and have a look. He sees that the passage is clear early, and then his eyes focus on the ball and only the ball. You
can only have confidence. He's seen there's nothing coming towards him.
And there's no problem with having a look early, very early, just to have a look at what lies ahead of you, and then 100% focus on the ball.
He's had some big shots in the last fortnight, hasn't he?
Doesn't look like missing at the moment, does it?
This is another big one. We have a good look at it. He's missed it.
Thank you very much, Anthony.
That's probably the shortest kick he's performed over the last 5 weeks as well.
And we got a great shot there of his run-up. He ran right where he kicked it.
Yep. It's Collingwood. Well, what a test for Collingwood here. They came from behind Adelaide and they came from behind Sydney. They were basically level most of the night. Got back, but having a lead and then having it eroded really tests the nerves like nothing else in footy. Brown gets it out wide to Darcy. The Doggies have really got a taste. They know what's going on now. Credit up to Johnson. They're taking chances. Marnie and Curley. They both go at it hard. Cox, left foot. It's close. It's a goal. It's another one. It's another one. They can't miss.
This is the greatest thing that could have happened to this game. We've seen Collingwood at their very best in the first half. There's plenty going on in the centre of the ground. I think there may have been another report here.
Now, there's been a free kick given because Scotty Wine actually...
It's going to the Bulldogs.
So is it no goal?
Buckley actually pushed one of the Bulldogs players out as the goal went through.
So free kick to Darcy. Darcy goes long to centre forward. So the free kick came to Darcy there, and Eagleton, is it another one? He's missed it. So what happened there? There was a goal to Cox. Buckley pushed Darcy over in the centre of the ground. Darcy took the free kick, and the Bulldogs went back into attack. Can you believe that they're within a goal? It's 10-8 to 11-9.
And he should have kicked that one, Eagleton, too, on his favoured left foot.
I've got to say, this is brilliant coaching by Terry Wallace to pull somebody like Curley that could swing the match.
Oh,
they're inspired.
Courageous play.
They are inspired, the Doggies.
That came from Darcy. West, they're getting everything at the moment. They're completely on top. Garlick's long one. Marnie's got it.
I'll tell you what, he looks to be a terrific overhead mark for a small fellow. A very strong one grab.
I've seen a fair bit of him play footy, and I've never seen him mark two over the head like that in a row.
Liberatore copping a knock behind play, but I tell you what, the Bulldogs, they're all putting their bodies on the line, and that's what's turned this game around. They have increased their aggression at the ball, not at the man.
And they're a big fella across the face of goal in case he just sprays one a bit further right.
Well, you just get the feeling they're going to kick all of these at the moment. They're just playing inspired footy. He has. They've kicked 5 in a row. They've kicked the last 5, and it hasn't taken them very long to kick them. In 7 minutes, they've kicked 5 goals.
Well, they're winning the ball out of the centre as well, and they have a target in the first half. The ball, when it was making its way up the ground, was just getting turned around. Marnie now, as I said, that's their third unconventional full forward for the evening, playing next to Curley.
Anthony Rocker tried to clean up Tony Liberatore, bumped it behind play, but Liberatore did enough to give Garlick the space to then turn around and kick it long. And a pretty pensive-looking Mick Malthouse.
Well, interesting to see what's forced upon their hands now.
Collingwood getting ready to come on. Williams to Richardson. Richardson wide, Tarrant running hard. Southern. Oh, takes Tarrant out. Free kick to Collingwood.
They didn't need that. He had to run a play then, Danny Southern, and he was just crude. Because he missed the ball, he didn't pick it up cleanly. He thought, I've got to take the player out as well, and he didn't need to do that.
I don't reckon Denny's brakes are working all that well these days.
But you just don't want to break momentum.
Williams a target against Libba. And Williams has given the free kick away.
He's got a switch. He's got Johnson out this side.
That's a double play when that happens, isn't it? A double whammy. Darcy's aggression has been important in this match. Kicks the ball very long. Burns versus Marnie. Burns front spot. Paid.
Well, they're under siege, the Pies. That was a good strong mark from Burns.
Aubrey wide. Aubrey came in tonight for Jugovic. To Watson. Finds him.
Collingwood looks like coming back on. That's good news.
Adkins short. Gets him. Sav went early, then backs back. Anthony Rocker short. Sav goes to centre half forward. Atkins takes him on, gets to 52, takes another one on, goes over the top. Davis
kick the goal.
Taken out by Contessa. What football?
What a go.
Sensational stuff. Back into the centre. Cox, Lockyer. Are you enjoying this?
This is Friday night football at its best.
Lucuria.
He's got Davis on the flow through.
And he's just about found it.
Davis has marked it.
I'll tell you what,
Lockyer short, Lockyer's on.
if Atkins had have kicked that goal before, it would nearly have been goal of the year. And in the end, he got stopped dead set in his tracks and was penalised for dropping the ball.
Richardson can go the distance again. They've just gone sideways. You almost relax when you've got somebody's out of their distance. You think everybody's out of this distance.
Yep.
Richardson comes in, gets the sideway chip. I tell you what happened, what you described the Atkins. He was tackled, he was splattered.
But it would have been the best goal you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. You will go the journey here.
It's a big kick again, and like Anthony, he's missed it. So Rocker and Richardson missed two big ones. That was tougher than Rocker's, but it was gettable.
He's missed everything.
Yes.
And yet at the other end, Curly and Marnie can't miss.
The last time I saw someone like Atkins get taken out, Wally Lewis was the tackler.
Great switch of direction.
Wasn't it?
Southern.
Not good below the knees, Danny.
Darcy. Geez, work rate's high, Darcy, for a big man.
So I'm happy to see that go out.
Look, this is the most... It's minute signs at the moment. Little misses here, ball going over when they're trying to hold it in. And he's enjoying it. Don't worry about the hand signals. He's enjoying it.
Well, there is a mighty roar here. Williams, Orchard took wind on, looked up, saw who it was. Kicks to centre half forward. Watson, good mark.
Great grab.
Terrific mark. Davis won out with Contessa. They might fancy Davis to take the mark.
Oh, that's
kicks to Sav.
All that Sav did then, he was standing 40 metres out from goal, leaning on Kingsley Hunter. And he waited till Shane Watson got back to kick the ball. Then he just simply used his strength to push off. It was only a 10-metre lead, a beautiful little kick, but he used his strength to push off and take the mark because he knows if he gets it anywhere near the 50, he's well in range.
Well, this is a big one, isn't it? He's kicked over 500 goals. Anthony Grocker's missed. Mark Richardson's missed.
All of a sudden, they need a steadier.
He's the full forward. It's his bread and butter, really. It's a big kick. It's 52 metres by the time he kicks it. You'd fancy. Great looking kick and a goal. 3 big goals to Sav tonight.
I'll tell you what, the greatest thing about his goal kicking is the trajectory of the ball. A lot of players, when they're kicking from 50 or beyond, they really bomb the ball in high, but he just has such penetration, and he's starting to apply his craft a bit better tonight. He realises that the simpler goals for a full forward come from the lead, not the spectacular mark, and that's what he's trying to work.
Severio Rocker there, great goal. One of the few times I've been scared in my football life. I was standing on the mark for Severio Rocker at training, and I thought if he gets one skinny, I'm in real trouble.
He obviously didn't. Orchard. Richardson's been terrific. Arguably Collingwood's best, and maybe the best on the ground. Tarrant was good. Signs are good for Collingwood again. Wobbles one to Sav. Samar. Rocker was the target, but it was Freeborn, who's a goal kicker, kicked the first goal of the match, who slotted into the hole and took the mark.
Pretty gutsy mark, and a very strong one as well. I'm pretty sure that he would have been aware that the ball was propped up, not for him, but for a lead that was coming.
Yep.
And he thought, well, I'm in front, I've got to go for it. No one's come. And he might have heard the pack approaching, but that's a very good mark.
It's been a terrific pickup for Collingwood. Hasn't missed a match since he came across.
There's a lot about Collingwood over the last 2 years, which the Brisbane then Bears did about 5 years ago. They just went out on an expense and thought, we have to build, and they got blokes like this who can seriously play.
He's wobbled it and he's missed it.
Didn't kick through the ball, just turned it over.
He just dropped it awkwardly, didn't he?
They've missed a few, haven't they? They really have. Scotty Palmer and Gordon Bennett. Gordon, the head of football here at 7 Network, and has been for so long.
The big bunch at centre-half forward, now they all break.
Gee, they
Johnson
break early,
loose.
don't they?
Oh, he really should have gone to Brad Johnson. He had him on his own.
Ellis the target. Buckley.
That was in the back.
He's got Watson. Should kick a goal.
Well,
He's going to go to Williams. Danger. Danger. He really should have kicked the goal, and Williams probably shouldn't have called for it. Johnson. Running out of room. Kicks to Credial. There's Buckley's opponent. Credial gets centre wing. He'll probably go to Darcy. He does. Darcy a left footer. Kicking board to Cox. Big turnover this.
Absolutely. Plenty of room for Curley if he gets on the lead. He's
he's
still
got
one
players
out.
everywhere.
Curley's turned him inside out. No free kick.
Oh, surely.
Eyes on the ball. That was an accident. The free, it is there.
Yes, even though it was accidental, Dermot, if the infringement is there, you've still got to pay it. Have a look how he just takes his heels out at the back, slips into his back and pushes him out of the context.
Montgomery in trouble too, boys.
Forward pocket.
Oh, good hit. He's put it back in the corridor there.
Collingwood back on. Burns to Lockyer in the back pocket. Collingwood lead by 8 points in a thriller. Smith has a bit of time. Centering kick.
Danger.
Good
Good
mark.
mark.
That was a big mark.
Play on at all costs, aren't they? Cox to Johnson.
Yeah, he's a pretty good kick. He can unload from here, but Simon Cox, if he didn't take that mark,
Yeah.
the Pies were away. They had 3 players running and there was nobody in the centre square. They would have run it all the way down to the half-forward line.
It was a big mark in terms of importance.
Kicked 3 first-half goals, Johnson.
I don't know if we can get this, Jimmy. Whoops.
You don't know you can get it, do you?
Oh, pretty confident.
Johnson's kick 4.
Never doubted the boy.
He's been terrific all night, Brad Johnson. He's had 18 possessions, 17 kicks, 8 marks, 4 goals. He kicked 3 playing out of full forward. Now he's kicked 1 basically as a wingman. And his work rate's been tremendous. We saw that great mark from Simon Cox. He turned, quickly found Brad Johnson in space. And another great kick. We've seen some tremendous shooting for goal 50 metres out tonight.
Tipper, I can see Mickey Malthouse on the bench.
Yes, he's made his way down here. He's been there for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Just speaking to young Wosley here. And expect Wosley to come on the ground, boys.
McKee couldn't do much. Credial. Can the Doggies hit the front before 3/4 time? Matthias manhandled. Should get a free kick to Buckley. Buckley wide to Williams. Brought down. Should get a free kick against Liver. They've missed a few in this quarter, haven't they, Collingwood? A few shots.
Yeah.
Williams to Saab. Bad kick.
Actually, they've done that a couple of times, and that could be 50.
It is 50. In fact, John Harvey was going the wrong way.
He was. You just wonder about Mick Malthouse coming down onto the bench. I think he's a little bit worried by some of the signs out there. All of a sudden, the Pies, they're taking the wrong option. They're chipping. They've wasted a couple of opportunities on goal. He can see that the Bulldogs are getting a run on, and he's come down just to steady everything down.
So that's what's in front of West as we look behind him. Little short one to Wine.
They're breaking them up now, aren't they? I mean, the Pies are sitting back a full kick, and this is the second time they've gone to around the half-forward area. Last one was to Johnson, and they're going for another short one there.
Marnie worked underneath it. McKee to Richardson.
They've got to run it. There's
No one to kick it to. He's got to go short.
Oh,
and that's
bad
the
kick.
problem.
Kinnear's second bad kick in the quarter.
And that's just
Well,
as
that's
bad.
just, yeah, Dimartina's just loaded it up. They've locked this mark. He's got Freeborn out here and finds him. Freeborn missed a big opportunity in front of goals. Orchard. Now the Batheris. Quick hands. McKee to Burns. Didn't use Anthony Rocker. Decides to go to Tarrant. Savs at the back. If it gets to the back, will it sit? Clever. Back to Tarrant. Well done.
Good tackle.
Terrific stuff by the Doggies.
Well done, Hunter.
Gee, he was good on 2 occasions there because he left Rocker early to spoil Tarrant.
Contessa got it to Eagleton. Probing kick to full forward. Leg speed important. Lockyer winds himself up confidently and then concedes.
I think Mick Malthouse will be happy with that, but down the other end there,
Kingsley Hunter was great, Dermot,
he
wasn't he?
came out to assist the spoil, and I reckon Severio would have gobbled that one and clunked the mark if he hadn't have come out, Kingsley Hunter.
Tarrant was the one who was going to mark it.
Was it? Tarrant in front.
Lockyer short to Kinnear. Kinnear wants Anthony Rocker. Southern works him under. Dimartina's been very important in this quarter. A wobbly kick, but they've got the numbers.
Oh, get out of the way, Darcy. He didn't keep his eye on the ball.
And then Crediot was good. Eagleton, run down, caught, gone.
Oh, he's got to be, surely.
Yeah, he said throwing the ball.
The other, John Harvey, actually waved play on, but Brian Sheehan, who was playing down deep in the forward line, the umpire controlling the kick ahead, actually paid the free kick there.
Well, if he had the benefit of our time clock there, 23 seconds, I reckon he would have thrown that on the boot a little bit quicker.
Well, one last play here, really, isn't there?
That's it. They'll play out till three-quarter time now. They're very good, Richardson.
They just need a wise head just to settle the ship, the Pies.
Tarrant target. Dimatina in hard. Anthony Rocker, Southern to West. They're good signs for the Dogs. To Dimatina. Finds Crediot.
Got to kick it. He should kick it talk now. Kick it talk quickly while there's no one in the square. The players are waving him to do that, but he's going to take his time, and I wouldn't give him too much hope from there. Pretty good effort.
That's as good as you can do. There's no shame in that one, at least.
Collingwood a point in front.
What a third quarter.
7 goals to 2. We talked about making it a shootout, but they'd probably need 12 or 14 goals to win. Look at Mickey.
And one of the Bulldogs' prime movers, Jose Romero, a lot of time on the bench. He got towed up by Buckley. That matchup didn't work, so they said, well, we'll take him off the field.
Well, if Collingwood had all the momentum at halftime, and they did, then the Bulldogs have got it now at three-quarter time.
Well, the game's evenly poised now, isn't it?
Collingwood has not lost the last quarter this year. They've outscored their opposition in each of their last terms. That'll give them some strength.
He's angry, Mick.
So 1 point the difference at three-quarter time. It's Collingwood 12-10, the Dogs 12-9.
It's final quarter.
Williams and Liberatore in the middle as well.
So the big last quarter, what a game it's been to three-quarter time. What a third quarter. After a great first half, and Crediot gets the first kick to half-forward Eagleton. Caught, he's had an ordinary night.
Third time he's been taken in a tackle.
That wasn't his fault. There was no one in front of him to handball to. He was looking for support and it never came. And all of a sudden he got caught without an option.
Orchard to Nick Davis on his bootstraps, and then hooks it up high. Tarrant won't get there. Bathiris outgunned on that occasion.
Oh, look at Dimatina.
On his own from Johnson. Gets it to Dimatina now. Had a big third quarter. Dimatina runs hard. Now Marnie's marked very well against Burns and got another one.
Well, I've played with Scotty Burns. He has a solid, strong body. And this kid Marnie's been a flanker pocket, and I didn't know he could mark over his head like that.
You know what happened early, Doom? When the long kick came in, Marnie ran away from him, so there was no touch and feel.
Yeah.
Burns didn't know where he was, so he couldn't use his body on body.
Bulldogs have not been in front for 1 second tonight. This will be the first time they hit the front if he kicks the goal. Collingwood has led all night. Can Marnie, the ex-Magpie, put the Doggies in front for the first time? Kicks from 35 metres out. Blow the siren, scores a level.
And again, I hate harping on it, but it's a very simple thing to see when a lot of players miss. They run out to the right and they kick it to the right. You've really got to focus on keeping a straight runner.
So John and Chris, who are playing in our Coca-Cola court, red-handed, are both alive. John...
They're back where they started, Bruce.
9 points for John for the Dogs, 13 for Chris for Collingwood, $15,000 if they get it right. Lockyer.
Oh.
Bad kick, and that's unusual for him.
We saw a couple of times last year, young Targan Lockyer. He spots it up pretty well by foot, but once every blue moon, he just lets one slip like that when he puts himself under inferred pressure. Going to go short over the top here.
Finds Collingwood.
He likes these.
That's coming back. Oh, my!
He loves these.
What a goal! What a goal!
Well, I've got to tell you, watching that ball float in the air, that did a fair bit of right to left. That was the perfect draw. And to kick it from that pocket, you see the quick handball from Johnson. Now he's going to run out to the right and watch this turnover. Oh, look at it swing back.
He's run that with the curve of the boundary.
He had to start that out over the right-hand point post.
Doggies in front for the first time tonight. Collingwood, who looked out and never to return, has kicked the most amazing goal. West out of the centre. What a test for the Pies. Eagleton, who's hardly touched it, goes back and drills another one.
That's the first time he's broken free this evening.
I was going to say the same thing, Dermot. A couple of times I thought he was a very quick player. A couple of times tonight he doesn't look as though he's had that acceleration to get away, but you made the perfect point there. The first time that he broke away and actually got rid of the initial tackler, so you see the quick kick come in, there it is, and he just gets away from the diving Richardson and then unloads beautifully on his favourite left foot.
It's saved his night, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's saved his night.
Yep.
And this is what so many people around town have been saying. These young Magpies, wait till the real pressure comes on. Somebody will get them. We're about to find out, aren't we?
This is Feddingham pressure, and they're cracking them open down the centre. Collingwood aren't getting a chance to keep possession now.
Gee, those missed goals in the third quarter are costing them, aren't they? But the Doggies have been inspired. They need a goal quickly against the run of play. Dimartina's been great after half-time. Contessa too far.
He tried to kick it around the corner and he struck it mid-ball and it just floated out.
Almost feel that Collingwood need a lucky break to win now, don't they? So maybe this is it.
Well, that's shabby. That is shabby. No one on the mark there when I think Adkins went back for the kick.
Pretty tough angle from there, though.
Can't comment on this ground and the angles, Jason. I've only walked across it. I've never had a shot at goal.
They do have very deep pockets, though, so you always get a little bit of angle to aim for, so it's not as tight as some of the grounds.
So James Wasley.
Oh, that's going to float.
Not going to be a goal. Sad's got a big fair share of it, but it might be a behind.
Gee, it was a good grab anyway because he flew over the top of Scotty Wine. They were both going for it.
The move on Crediuk and Buckley. I mean, Crediuk's done the job since half-time, boys.
Absolutely, he's done very well. It's just worn him and played off him a bit. We see the break here. Now, this is where they need Smith to run through the lines. But really, the Bulldogs, they've just tried to expose Collingwood down the centre of the ground. They'd retained possession pretty well out wide. And really, the spine of Collingwood isn't a champion side on paper.
It's not a bad kick. He kicked to open space.
Brown to Eagleton. Eagleton to about 50. Mark taken by Kinnear.
He just worked harder than Cox did to get across to that ball.
Good kick to McKee. McKee came in for Jugovic before the match. Oh, bang.
Oh, this could cost him a goal.
It's a terrible kick.
Oh, Marnie's free. Kick it to him.
Dimartina.
It's going to end there anyway, Dermot.
Marnie's going to mark it, or Burns. Well done, Burns. It's still in play. There's still a chance. It's a behind.
Well,
Now,
that's where Paul Dimartina hurts him.
They
Just
didn't
right
deserve
foot.
a goal after he had a shot and skied the ball.
And punishment here. Nick Davis coming off.
He had Marnie clear, didn't pass, chose to kick it, skied it, and in the end, well, they came from everywhere to rush it through.
He's lucky to keep his knee intact there. So, well, Dimartina, if he just had a half ounce of talent more. Good catch, wasn't it?
He needs to get into the game a bit more, Buckley. He's been well held by Crediuk.
And Anthony Rocker's been well held after half time.
Well, Williams has taken off. He's just got to put it out in front of him.
He might go to Tarrant in the end. He wanted Williams, but Tarrant's taken the mark.
The umpire.
Oh, he made the wrong
He blew
decision.
the whistle.
He's
He blew the
himself.
whistle.
Yep.
He blew the whistle for the mark then.
Then he realised he didn't take it. He was going to wave play on. He saw that he was all wrapped up. Because you see Williams, I think the kick was intended for, but then you can't pay that. And in the end, he said, well, I can't call the mark. I can't call play on. I better ball it up.
Oh, team mark.
So 14-11 to 12-11. The Doggies dominating the second half.
Well, that's a throw.
Oh, tunnel ball.
That was a throw from Rowan Smith.
Free kick coming to Collingwood for a high tackle on Paul Williams, who's had a very quiet second half.
He exploded out of the blocks early, but he just hasn't found the ball in the second half.
It's a bit wasteful in the third quarter too, wasn't he?
Yep. They need a target here. The Bulldogs get back with numbers. Got a good shot of it there. Rover Williams here. He's just going to pop it up to the danger zone.
Gee, it's a great kick.
Pop it up.
That is
Pop
a
it up.
sensational goal. Well, Collingwood at one end, very different kick at the other, Williams, but I reckon just as tough.
A number of players have risen to the challenge tonight under differing circumstances. This is as good a kick as anything we've seen tonight from outside 50 on the wrong side really for a right footer, but as we mentioned before, there is a little bit of angle from the pockets here. That's a superb kick. He needs to get back into the game, so does Buckley.
Well, they're rising to great heights, the players here. Before that goal, the Doggies have kicked 8 of the last 9 goals. So Collingwood need the next. Taken off McKee. Aubry, who needs a very big last quarter. The handball from Licuria. Buckley, little under Sav. Bouncing ball gets away from him.
Dimatina's playing a loose man in the back line on the back of the square for the bounce downs. You've got Licuria, his direct opponent, is coming in off the wing on the other side. If the ball goes sideways to the wing, Collingwood win it. If Collingwood kick it forward quickly, Dimatina is the extra man there. We see McKee coming off and Josh Fraser coming on.
And he's kicked it straight to Josh Fraser coming on. He can run in and have a shot.
Let's see if he does. He takes a bounce. 60 metres out. He's hooked it to the goal square. Rocker's got it. Anthony's marked it.
Oh, and look at the...
Have a shot.
Oh, he thought about the lead from Chris Tarrant. Would have been a good one.
This is very gettable. He should kick this goal.
You would expect he would run out to the right just to open the angle a little bit, or he might try and get close to the man on the mark and get close in towards goals.
They're pretty simple, really, guys. Now that, look, I don't care, I'm going to say it again, they are pretty simple for league football.
He rushed it, didn't he?
If you run out, you have to make a decision whether you're going to go a drop punt or run out more square to the target and lay it across your body. He got caught in two minds. Good lead.
Great mark.
And a good kick from West.
Not much upfield.
Eagleton runs hard. He's got him.
That was a good kick from Luke Darcy.
He's going to be very valuable in these last few minutes. He hasn't had a lot of running. He can run long and hard, and the game's wearing on.
There was a fair push.
Go free kick to Curley. Crediuk and Burns. Couple of tough nuts there.
There's a couple of hard bodies in that one, wasn't there? That was a good contest.
Bulldogs by 5 points in a thriller here. Wind and Fraser. They've got the numbers. Collingwood loves this situation. Loves it. Caught. Can't find Dimatina. Took too long. Fraser going to boot in. Rowan Smith's a big kick off a standing start. He's hooked it. Marnie underneath the behind. 1 goal the difference.
So I just thought Steve Collingwood might have been able to just chip the ball in short sideways. Then he decided to take him on.
Yep.
But he's in good form. Look, he's kicked a couple of goals. If you think you can kick it, you go with it.
It's an important one for Tarkin Lockyer. He plays the safe option into the pocket, and the Bulldogs won't be unhappy with that. A man up here.
He can switch it if he wants.
Licuria comes short. Oh, well done.
Back to Lockyer.
Now they can mount it from here.
So it's taken them 2 kicks to get where they really wanted to be in 1, but they've got there, haven't they?
Yep.
Lockyer to Anthony Rocker. Got him
good
well
kick,
done.
Good lead.
Richardson's on. Mark Richardson's on, and he's kicked it beautifully to him.
That's a great set play.
Over the top. Wosley can run. Can he kick? Wosley from 30 metres. Can he kick? He's missed it.
That was one of the classic times where you see a set play work perfectly. As soon as he saw Rocker lead out to the side, and he saw the kick was going to be good, he just put the head down and he went early. And Rowan Smith, who was picking him up at the time, got caught napping.
Cox comes off. Kinnear comes with him.
Contessa gets it in short and then goes wide.
Oh, a poor kick.
Danger. Buckley's got it. Crediuk got a little shove, but not enough. Buckley, I think, was thinking, gee, did I give a free kick away? No, I haven't.
Big Sav going back to the square for the long one.
Short to Adkins. Got him. Great kick by Buckley.
He disguised that well. He looked like he was going to wheel onto the right and go for the big, long kick to the square. He saw Adkins drop into space and he just drilled it in.
Well, you, on the game, you had Adkins on a couple of weeks ago, didn't you? And he talked about the fact that he didn't wear a mouth guard, and we talked about his weight and everything else, but boy, he's exciting when he gets it.
He backs himself.
Yeah, he shows good confidence.
This to put Collingwood back in front. Gets close to the man on the mark. It's coming back. He's missed it. They've missed a lot of set shots in the second half. Freeborn at this end. Rocker at this end. They missed 4 in this quarter.
Williams. Yeah, they should have nailed a couple more than they have.
Keep going with the man-on-man, the Pies.
They're not working it to their advantage, the Bulldogs, though.
Yeah, he's got Johnson now. He wants him. He's got Johnson. He can't hear him.
See Scotty West, the closest to him. Scotty West told him.
Up on the square.
Oh, there we go. Free kick up there. Scotty West was telling him where to kick it, when to kick it. He was actually instructing him where the ball was going to go there. That's why he ran from the pack close to him. That's great play.
Well, Brad Johnson was clear, but he couldn't hear him with all the crowd noise here because it's a packed-out stadium. Don't they make some noise?
Well, Ellis He's got the ball at centre-half back now. They've lost Cox from centre-half forward. Garlick's gone there just to lead up the ground and can't do the task.
Freeborn, who came on at the same time as Garlick. The double switch made. Cox and Kinnear coming off.
Just needed to be stronger with the ball then, Garlick.
Tarrant's going to have a lot more post than his opponent. Won't get there.
Good mark, Rocker.
He's been good in the contested marks tonight.
Paul Williams runs for him. Savs a thumping kick. Goes to the goal square. Burns takes up UT.
Wouldn't this be a great answer? Because he has run all the way from the back pocket. Marnie's gone down with him. Marnie's given him trouble at the other end and outmarked him 3 times. He said, my turn, son. Let's have a little bit of tit for tat. Now he's used superior strength. He's given him a fair old shove.
He lost the stops in the ground on the right leg, and it was all over Red Rover.
Has Scotty Burns had a bigger kick for goal? I doubt it. They're back in front.
What a game of footy.
Great one to go live in Melbourne.
Nothing better when you see someone run the full length of the ground for a contest and actually get there and finish it off. He just really, he had the position and he just out-bustled him.
I told you, he's an enormously strong man. That's why it surprised me at the other end.
Well, they're going mad here, aren't they? Both teams. They've had so much to cheer about in this absolute thriller. Back to 2 points. Nick Davis couldn't get it out.
No.
Every ball will be hard. Contessa pushes it out. Buckley, wonderful. To Batheris. To Fraser, to Buckley. Got it. He's lifted again, Buckley, hasn't he?
He has. He's just waited for Hook to commit himself to that action. As soon as he saw that, he thought, I'll take it on myself to run forward of play.
To the pocket. Tarrant the target. Got him. No, doesn't take the mark. He's got to hold up the play now. Out of play. Hunter given a shove by Sav. Nothing. Oh no, by Anthony, I should say. Chris Tarrant. Not such a good night. Attendance 45,141. Very similar to the MCG last year. So it's interesting. An official sellout, but about 7,000 are staying home for one reason or another.
Well worked, Collingwood.
Darcy to Johnson. Johnson to half forward. Marnie.
Oh, he hasn't got the ball.
Burns. Garlick back to Johnson.
Good hands.
To Marnie. Big kick. Marnie's left foot. It's a behind. 1 point the difference.
Might have been a bit stiff not to get a free kick there in the forward line.
Contessa coming off. Ramiro about to come back on. Haven't seen him much in the second half. I tell you what,
He'd be fresh.
if he's got anything, he's got run in the leg still.
Lockyer short to Freeborn.
They don't mind this. All you do is shift the zone across a bit. As long as you don't let them go sideways with the option to play on completely.
What you doing with the possession game is under the microscope here, though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Can't cough it up. They've done all right. Batheris gets it at half-back.
They kick under pressure now.
Pretty went for it. Buckley decided not to.
Well done, Ellis. He shepherded his man out, disguised it as an attempt on the ball. Going to go short to West.
Buckley gave Tyson Lane a real mouthful there because he believes he didn't really have a crack at it. Scott West, who's been very good, as he so often is.
This is where they've got to go to Darcy. They want to crack them open down the middle.
Richardson, Dimartina, Darcy breaks one and then hooks it back to full forward. Front spot Orchard with Collingwood. Christian Giacomo, chance for Ramiro. Back to Eagleton. You reckon he can kick it? He has. They're back in front. He's kicked 2.
Preston Giacomo has to lean over the ball. You know they're in a bit of trouble.
I reckon we just saw an extremely clever piece of play from Jose Romero there. Jose Romero is very adept on his left foot, and he turned back onto his left foot. You'll see it in a moment when the ball comes out. He turns back onto his left foot, and just as he's about to kick, he goes, oh, hang on a minute, I've got a left footer out there in Nathan Eagleton. It's a regulation kick for him, so I'll just shoot the handball across. That was great play.
Now Romero's gone back into the centre, and Wind loves going to him on the tap out.
Having the small forwards for the Bulldogs given them a lot tonight. They've got a lot of goals. No Chris Grant, no Paul Hudson before the start. Crediuk. So the Bulldogs back in front. Ellis comes out. It's so hard to get a touch. Buckley got one though to Adkins. Adkins with a high ball. Rockers caught underneath. Hunter.
Oh, well done.
His pace will help him here. Deliver to Hunter. Good
Great
kick.
kick.
Good kick. Well done, Batheris. But Hunter was terrific. Well, John O'Connor's 9 points.
9 points, John. You're getting
Coming
closer.
back, yeah.
You're coming back.
The money's looking good, Dipper.
The bully's looking good.
Yes, bloody oath.
$15,000 for John if they win by 9 points.
The old blood oath.
Atkins, good mark. Collingwood all far from done here.
Oh, yeah. Still a lot of running, these kids. Don't worry about that. Even if the Bulldogs have manipulated their bench to supply a lot of run-through in the final few minutes, Collingwood kids have got plenty of energy.
Anthony Rocker front spot. At the back, Watson was good. To Williams, he kicked 2 on his left last week. He's given it a ride. It's close. It hasn't made it.
He's a mark.
It's a mark to Tyson Lane.
Tell you what, no one has stood on the side. He can run out very quickly if he wants.
Tyson Lane has taken the mark. The ex-doggy, he took a terrific mark in the end.
Oh, that is such poor marking. Brad Johnson is going berserk. He has turned around and walked away in disgust because he was caught halfway between 2 opponents. There was Batheris, who was standing to the left, about another 15 yards to the left, and then Wasley just cutting the other side. And Johnson's going, well, who do I pick up? And by the time he'd called someone across, he just chipped the ball into Wasley. It's a certain goal now.
He's not a great kick, this kid.
Oh, Bruce, he couldn't miss this, surely.
He's a terrible kick in actual fact, but he'll
He's
get
this quarter. He's drilled it home.
Gee, he moved a bit to goal.
He swings it around a bit before he drops it.
Collingwood back in front. We've had a lot of lead changes in the final quarter. 4 times the lead has changed hands. We asked what the Maggies were worth 15 minutes ago. We've found out a bit, haven't we? They're worth a lot. They have been good.
They certainly are. We just see the kick coming in from Williams. It looked like he kicked the goal, but then it drops in short. And the good mark was taken by Tyson Lane. But, gee, look at this. He's got 2 options. Look at Brad. Oh, you just don't see Brad Johnson in the shot. He was furious.
So the lead's changed hands 4 times in the final term. Collingwood back in front. What a thriller here. They've won 2 close matches this year. One against Adelaide and one against Sydney last week. Scotty West out of the centre. Garlick looking for a quick free. Marnie brings it down to Eagleton, who's had a big last term. Lockyer was terrific. No, Burns was sensational. Garlick, Wind, Collingwood. Well done. Run down by Lucuria. Lockyer on the up was good.
Oh, he can run now.
And Atkins can run. He is a runner. Bursts away and then kicks to centre wing. Watson caught underneath. Southern clever. Watson was good. Put a tackle on Ellis. Didn't give a free kick away. Gets it back. Gets it to Buckley. Buckley's handball. Williams was good. Level with him. Can Williams turn him inside out? Back to Buckley. Buckley goes back to Williams. Williams doesn't have to panic, but he does get run down. Great tackle coming from Southern. Goes back inboard, goes
switch.
to Liver. Liver to West. West on the burst to Smith. He'll fancy himself. Archie's back and then give it all he's got to fall forward. Marnie! No. Taken by Freeborn. Back to Burns. Great stuff. Both ends of the ground. Goes in short to Batheris. Batheris goes on quickly to Orchard. Orchard's got Tarrant short.
He's got to go long to Williams.
He's got Williams on the run. He's got him now.
Oh,
Giving up, Liver.
he's knackered from that last effort, Liver.
Got time. Goes in short.
I'll take him on. Run around it. Run around Scotty Wind on the mark here, Atkins.
He's just got Liberatore a little bit close to him if he does
a
do
bit of
that.
space.
Oh, that's got to get there.
Finds Lucuria. This possession footy. Goes wide. Buckley. He'll kick a goal. The captain will go back and drill it.
Boy, this match has had everything. This is one of the most exciting matches I've ever seen. Back and forwards, it's been fantastic.
Well, I saw one last Saturday night that we were sitting on the edge of our seats all night in Sydney.
game.
This has been everything that had.
He's had a huge last quarter. I think this is about possession 9 or 10.
Well,
this quarter.
this is what the greatest players in the game do, don't they?
Yeah.
He's good enough. We know he can kick the distance. We know he's good enough. He's got the temperament. This to kick his 4th.
He's human.
He's missed it.
He has had 10 possessions and 4 marks in this last quarter.
That's a lot of footy. Would you
You
go
will.
with Creniot for the last 4 minutes 40 seconds?
He's beaten everyone else. Who else do you go with? They haven't done this well. The Bulldogs, they've broken too early. Now we go long to Wine.
Feel like Buckley's still got a major part to play here. Wine was the target. Orchard trying to cut it off. Wosley good to Williams. Not such a great kick, but it might come off. Lane, Adkins kicks the goal. Collingwood are in front by 8 points.
He just runs forward, Atkins. I talked about it a second ago how the Bulldogs have a lot of blokes coming off the bench who they've been rotated and they've got run in their legs still. Oh, he takes a 7-iron out of that one. And this bloke, he's just going to run all day. Doesn't matter what the opposition do in terms of feeling good coming off the bench. He will just run and run and run for you. And that's how you beat opposition teams. That's how you win games.
Well, they've answered again, the Pies. They've broken away again.
Tyson Lane has done 2 big things in the last quarter. He took a very important mark and gave it to Wosley, and that was a low-down take, and it was a good take and a good handball.
Having a bit of trouble getting the ball back from the crowd. But I'll tell you what, we've talked about pressure. They have, if they go on to win this game, the Pies, they have answered a few questions in that regard.
Well, they trailed 14 goals to 12. The Bulldogs have kicked 8 out of 9 goals. They were almost blown away, weren't they? And here they are. They've now kicked 4 of the last 5 goals.
They've lost a bit of the run through the middle without West in there in the starting bounce down. He's coming off the wing at the top of the screen there. And Romero hasn't been in the answer there since he's come on.
Fraser went early. Atkins gets another kick to centre half forward. Anthony Rocker can kick a goal. He can kick a goal.
Well, if he kicks this, you think they'd get home.
I've got to say, when you play at centre half forward, when somebody gets the ball under pressure, the first thing you do at centre half forward is you make the front, because more often than not they kick a tumble punt. He did that on that occasion.
This is Sydney revisited. It's about the same distance out. He's drilled it home, just like he did a week ago. Suddenly all those misses are forgiven and forgotten. Do you reckon the Magpie Army's on the march?
That's a big margin. I mean, 14 points with only a few minutes left. I thought when he actually struck that ball that it was a bit of a tired kick. Still got there comfortably.
Well, we've got rid of John. Chris is within 1 point, Dipper.
1 point the difference there.
I just want Collingwood to win. I don't care.
You don't care? Aren't you good? Hope you win the 13.
Well, if the Bulldogs kick a point and the siren were to sound, Chris will win $15,000 tonight. What a night it would be for her.
She doesn't care. 15,000, what is she, nuts?
Yeah. I tell you what, the Pies will be more than happy just to lock the ball in like this now. The last thing they want is a free-flowing last few minutes of the game.
Can they get beaten from here?
They certainly can.
No.
Yeah, the thing is, they can. I don't think they will. Curley's come up. He's almost in screen. There he is. They need him back in the square to be dangerous.
West.
They're happy to tighten the play up now. Just jump on the player with the ball and hold it in, rather than trying to drag the ball out of his hands and get it free.
And we see Mickey Gay for the runner. He's just run out onto the ground, and he has told every Collingwood player, man for man. He's out there barracking virtually, saying, get a man, go man for man, because nobody is to get any space from the Bulldogs.
And he got pushed away by the umpire, too. He said he was too close.
Well, that's hard man for man.
West has got a free kick.
He's got a couple on out wide.
They've got to kick a goal here straight away.
Go to Curley.
Johnson gets it, gives it to Curley. Curley's had a huge last half. Goes to full forward. Collingwood off the ground.
Oh, he's missed it. There's the point that we wanted, though.
Chris is on the money. Our Collingwood supporter is right on
You're on the money, Chris.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's got to be very careful.
Just hold my hand. I'll look after you, darling. Don't worry.
Has to be careful from this position here. That's what's ahead of him. One wrong move could cost the game.
They'll try and chip it around now. Just find a loose player and chip it.
Too early to chip it.
Aubrey goes hard and long. Wants Fraser at the back. Johnson.
That's the pace.
Good tackle, but no. But Johnson got rid of Buckley. Romero sits and waits. Doesn't get a great bounce. West on his wrong side. Just hoping, but Curley's got a chance. He's got it.
Curley's the bloke they need.
And have a look at him.
Two in there.
He's jogged back to kick the ball. He realises how tight it is. That shows great presence of mind. He took the mark. He immediately got up and ran back.
Open goal square. Cox getting back now.
He's kicked 3 goals, Curley. It's coming back.
Not bad.
He's kicked 4 goals.
I reckon that's home. Oh, it's over the shoulder. It's over the shoulder if it's not a goal.
It's a goal.
They are in the hunt. Don't worry about that. Scotty West has to go into the middle.
He does. That's clever play from Todd Curley. I mean, it could be a matter of seconds tonight, and I think he has saved 5 or 10 seconds by getting up and running back for the mark. And he just got there in the end, didn't it?
Yep. That's a fourth
Good
quarter
job by
shot.
Cox. Yeah, Cox would have got the free kick for the arm over the shoulder, but he held the line well.
This is the most important centre bounce takeaway of the game.
A couple of minutes remaining. The Doggies refusing to lie down against the Maggies. Fraser gets over the top. Who's going to win it? Buckley. Gets it to centre half forward. Anthony Rocker couldn't take the mark. Williams, it was pushed the wrong way from his point of view. Collingwood had some numbers. It comes out to Davis, who kicks to the pocket. Sav Rocker and Kingsley Hunter. And Collingwood will be pretty pleased with that.
Yep.
Look at that Magpie Army. 7 points the margin here. Wine versus Fraser. Hunter can run. Kicks it to
it's going to be
Southern.
a good kick.
Rocker fancies himself here with Southern. A disputed ball. Ramiro. Slung out of it. To Brown. Nowhere to go, really. To Curley. Burns just has to sit on him here. Well done by both. Terrific contest. A great result for Collingwood.
Yeah, that is a great result. If the ball gets pushed over the boundary line, the clock stops. But Burnsy tucks it in. It's a bounce down.
Well, right now, Chris will get 2 grand final tickets if the siren sounds. She needs another goal to get $15,000.
They'll just play the boundary now, the Pies.
Collingwood going for 5 in a row. They haven't done it for 13 long seasons. 1988 was the last one. What a game it's been. This will be a famous victory. Remembering that the Doggies got back to a 2-goal lead in this last quarter. Fraser Obrey, great kick to Batheris. Batheris goes for it, and it's a behind. Well, if that had been straight, Chris would have had 15 grand.
That's a pretty important point, though.
For Bulldogs.
I mean, no, for Collingwood, because now the Dogs, they had to score twice, but a goal and a point would have got a tie. Now they must kick 2 goals.
Yeah, but they're in possession now, which is what they didn't have coming out of the back line a second ago. So they
Still
do
got to go
possession
back to the centre of the ground.
They can't win it.
Well, it's a trip. That's 50.
They can't win it, the Doggies. I don't reckon that. Christian DeComo under pressure, pushes out. Ellis, Collingwood are home.
Yep.
The Maggies are home. They're going to make it 5 in a row. We've found out a lot about them tonight, haven't we? They were nearly gone at one stage of this last quarter. But give the Doggies credit too, because they were just about out at half-time.
That's a great win.
A great match and a great victory. What a game. He wants to give it, I think, there's the 2 captains. Collingwood by 8 points. They beat Adelaide by 11 in round 2 and they beat Sydney by 5. And Chris has got 2 grand final tickets, Dipper.
She certainly has got 2 grand final tickets. Maybe this is the year, Chris.
Oh, I hope so. 1990 at 2000.
A terrific John, bad luck, mate, but great game, one. Well done, congratulations. Very happy. We're giving away 2 grand final tickets, and also we're very fortunate enough trying to take away the Coca-Cola pack, and also you too, Chris. We've got AFL films in there, everything. Thanks for being part of it. What a great game we've seen tonight.
Terrific, Dipper. Okay, Hutto's down there. Hutto.
Thanks, Bruce. Having that. What a fantastic winning.
Once again, a hard-fought-out game. You know, we had Sydney last week and it went down to the wire. And once again, the Western Bulldogs have brought it up to us and we've done well, I reckon.
We had a mixed-state 3-quarter time because in the 3rd quarter they got right back into it.
You just said to knuckle down, run on with the game, like we've had the legs to run on with the games. So that's all we really told us to do. Just mental toughness it was.
What about for you? You had the set shot, you missed it, and then you got the one on the run.
I was bit nervous, I have to say, but obviously we went on the run, capped it off. It was good.
We'll look around. What about this?
It was good. Good crowd. We had this in Sydney. We had it against Carlton. It's going all right.
Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Who do you reckon looks the youngest, Atkins or Hutto?
A couple of baby faces.
I heard that, Bruce.
Hey, and by the way, Hutto, I said you were a little guy at the start of the match. You are 3 centimetres taller than me, mate. Good on you. What's it been like there, down there, Anthony?
Oh, it's amazing, Bruce, really. I mean, we've been to a few matches here and been down on the boundary, but tonight with the stands full, it makes one heck of a noise. I'd hate to see if the roof was on.
Well, it was great stuff, wasn't it? Terrific stuff.
You've got to admire the Collingwood team. Whenever you see somebody who gets out in front and the opposition get on a roll, haul them in, nearly always they just run over the top of them. But when you can reverse that trend, when you're up against it, that requires something pretty special, pretty out of the ordinary, and Collingwood were able to do that, answer the challenge, go on and win the game.
I'll tell you what's something very interesting with Hutto's interview with Damien Adkins. He mentioned mental toughness. That's something that Mick Malthouse preaches, and self-belief. They believe they could run over them, that they were mentally tough enough to withstand everything the Bulldogs had, and they now have a growing belief and a growing confidence that can take them a long way, much further than most of us gave them credit for.
Well, when you look at their last 2 victories, Sydney last week, last kick victory.
They're winning
against
the close
odds.
ones.
Well, it was a sensational game. The Doggies gave it everything they had without Chris Grant and Paul Hudson, and they really didn't let their fans down. It was a great comeback, but in the end it was Collingwood. A famous victory by 8 points.